Yeah. They talk, we testify. They scroll, we sanctify. They bait for clicks, I build for freedom. They pander to crowds, I speak to the kingdom. This ain't gossip, this gospel. Ain't a brand, it's a mantle. This ain't performance, it's posture. Anointing over algorithm, I'm not like them imposters. I don't do fake deep, I break yokes. I don't chase viral, I chase hope. I ain't got trends, I got truth. I ain't running from culture, I bring the proof. Wide open, we build different. Cut from cloth, they don't even stitch with. Say it raw, say it real, say it righteous. Say the name Yeshua like we not lifeless. Yeah.
Wide open, we don't do safe. We don't bow down, we don't play cave. We lay hands and we lay lines. This ain't rap, this redemption in rhyme.
Timmy. What's up, everybody? How you doing on this hump day? Hump day. Okay. Hump day. Okay. Hump day. Hump day. Okay. Hump day. Okay.
Hump
day.
Hump.
Okay.
Hump your girl.
Hump day.
If you married now. Hump. Get her to twerk. Get her to flirt.
The ad-libs is
And that's it.
crazy.
And that's it.
And
it's
that's
out
it.
of my system.
Booyah. And it's out. Got the first things out. Let's just see how he ends the show. That's what we got to watch out for. It's the beginning of the show and the end of the
It's
show.
going to be a quiet.
The end, all the middle, in pocket. Beginning of show, exit of show, out of pocket. 9:01. 1 minute past the 9 o'clock hour. Central Standard Time, it is 7:01. Pacific Standard Time, it is 10:01. Eastern Standard Time, you are now locked in for the next 3 hours with Wide Open. We love you so much. Good morning, America! And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to the rest of the world. No matter where you are listening to us from, all around the world, we are here. Hey, listen, this is our 91st episode.
Crazy.
If you thought we were like gonna be kind of 1 and done, 10 and done, 20 and done, 30 and done, 40 and done, 50 and done, 60 and done, 70 and done, 80 and done, 90, no, we're still here. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? We're right here. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're not even going anywhere. We're not even going anywhere. We're right here. You probably want us to go somewhere. We're not going anywhere. Some people have probably prayed for us to go somewhere. We're not going anywhere.
That's right.
We're gonna be right here.
That's right.
Okay? If 10 people watch it, we're gonna be right here.
Yeah, that's right.
If 8 people listen, we're gonna be right
That's
here.
right.
And no pasa nada. We're gonna be here. Nothing you can do about it. Estoy aquí. Vale. Roll call, because we don't wanna, bunch of people in the chat. I thought we was fully seen. You didn't say Bacamilla yesterday. I typed it in 7 times and you still didn't say Mount Vernon. I don't know where y'all from. Where y'all from? Where y'all at? What y'all doing? Malaysia's in the house. We love you, Daphne. Hildesheim, Germany. Let's go, comrade. I love you, bro. I am praying for you. I thought about you yesterday. I love you so much. Hampton, Columbia, Victorville, California, Chesterfield, Philly, Corpitos, Anderson, Cincinnati, Chicago, Fairfield, Santa Rosa, Port St. Lucie, Highland Park, Los Angeles. David, that's you down there where I'm from, bro. Rio Grande, Ciudad. Lawrence, Indiana, New Orleans, Nashville, Chester, Las Colinas. Let's go, Las Colinas.
Down the street.
Covington, Bismarck, North Dakota, Victorville, San Antonio, Cartersville, Boise, Idaho, East Brunswick, New Jersey,
Hey.
Joyzy.
Novi, Michigan, Boston, Raleigh. Janice, it's Janice's birthday!
Yay!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Very good.
Happy birthday, dear Janice. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
Go ahead and be another age then. You know what I'm saying? It would have been dope if our last episode ended on 100.
Thank you, brother.
I know.
That'd have
I
been
thought about-
fire.
Yeah. It's all good.
No pasa nada.
But we could do multiple episodes up until then and get it to 100 just for the sake of
Five
poetic.
episodes.
I bet you.
5 live streams
I
today.
bet you
No,
we don't do
but
it.
we'll just cut it and then we'll come right back within
try
the
it.
same 3-hour window.
I'm dead.
We can
Nope.
do 3 episodes today.
Nope.
By technicality.
Like we could like make the first hour an episode,
Yes.
cut it, come back.
Exactly.
A second hour. No, that's work.
Roger that.
We're about to go into our
Too much.
Sabbath. We ain't about to work
Amen, brother.
like that. We're already at work. Why work more while you're at work? I'm not doing it.
Work and twerk.
Got it.
Not doing it. Aaron and Creeben about to get on the train to London.
Hey.
Creeben's young. Or Aaron and Creeben, I don't know which one. But 24th birthday. Oh, that's Aaron. Aaron. Happy belated 24th birthday to you, Aaron. We love you. Just Bree is at Costco again.
Hey.
How do you back there that quickly?
Burning through groceries.
Costco, but you buy in bulk at Costco.
True.
What is you doing over there?
That's true.
Do you know that hot dog still hasn't gone up? Inflation has not hit that hot dog.
Crazy.
all.
It's a
Amazing.
blessing.
Blessing.
If I still ate hot dogs, I would eat it, but I'm not eating it. Cedar Park, Texas. What else? Alabama, 205. Mason, Ohio. The Netherlands.
Hey.
Let's go ahead and have a good day. Maastricht, the Netherlands. I'll go to the Netherlands. Oh, Instacart. Okay, Instacart. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, they the ones got you there. I didn't even know Costco was an Instacart thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
have
I
to
don't know
have-
what I would eat, but
You have to use a special Instacart card too. They send it just for Costco purchases because you can't just. Like,
oh yeah,
Apple
because
Pay
you're
or
a
whatever.
member.
Yeah.
Because you have to be a member.
Yeah.
There.
But
yeah.
it's people like go in bulk and Instacart that thing, man.
Yeah. Charles Metcalf's book is amazing. What's up, Chicago, Illinois? Shout out Costa Rica.
Hey.
Alejandra,
Hey.
¿tú eres en Costa Rica?
Oh, she's living her best life. She's on that vacay.
I'll be in Costa Rica next week.
Man.
Tamarindo.
Field trip.
Y
Field trip.
yo tengo 4 días
Ajá.
en la casa de inmersión
Ajá.
por
Yay.
4 horas
Ajá.
cada día.
Yay.
Estoy emocionado. Estoy muy emocionado. I cannot wait.
You're gonna come back fluent, super fluent.
En Jesús Cristo's nombre.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Amén. Medellín.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Shout out Pablo Escobar.
Amen.
That cheerleader came out. She was like, ready? Okay.
We got spirit. How about you?
We didn't cheer that one, but
Oh, you didn't do that? Oh, my bad. Which cheer did you do?
We got the snow. How about you?
just
no,
free.
What is it?
Try it.
First
I don't
and
need any
10,
bird
do it
seeds.
again,
I'm
go,
stocked.
fight, win. What's happening?
Oh, what happened?
We're letting you have your
Yeah, we're just trying to
Oh,
figure out
Hoolie's
which cheer you
doing
did.
it. chair?
Well, no, Derek asked me a question.
Huli does the cheer. Hit it.
Well, now I'm on the spot and I don't,
okay.
I don't
Do
wanna
it.
I don't
Go,
wanna
go.
do it.
Oh,
No,
no?
now I understand what you mean when we're like, Tim, do it.
See?
Yeah, I get
You're like,
it.
do the thing.
You're
Trevor,
like,
now.
No, nope. Yep.
Then you're like Larry, now.
Oh, I
Then
missed
you're like
that.
Thad, now.
I missed that.
Psychological manipulation. Don't do it.
Yeah. Hector's bad at that. Especially when it's reverse psychological manipulation.
Worst hostage
All right.
negotiator ever. Would never be in the Black Swan group. Don't kill that guy. Fuck. Oh, sorry. Freaking shoots him.
Do it, bro. I'm almost off. Like I got 15 minutes left. I got dinner plans.
Hostage negotiation is over in 2 minutes.
He died.
Hector's on the scene. Hello? Are you the hostage taker?
I could totally
Hey, bro,
picture that.
stop it. Stop it right now. We don't know nothing.
You're good.
I want a car, and I want y'all out of my way. Hey, bro, we're not gonna be able to do it. You're just gonna have to kill everybody in there. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh my
He hung up.
I can totally
He hung
picture
up.
that.
He's like, let those freaklets go.
Yeah, he's like, just twerk for the Lord. Twerk for the Lord.
Just try it.
I don't think you can be a hostage taker and a twerker at the same time. Oh my gosh.
He asked you.
You try being a hostage taker and twerking at the same time and see if you enjoy both. One's gonna give way. I'm just saying one's gonna give way.
Can you imagine the dude was like,
If he can do both at the same time, he is a psychopath. Dude is Joker's brother.
he
no,
can
we
do
just
both,
gave
he's a
someone an
psychopath?
If he can do both at the same time, he's an absolute
my
psychopath.
gosh.
If this fool can take a hostage and twerk at the same time, he's an absolute psychopath.
Oh my god.
Absolute. Oh. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Who's that?
I got a script up if we ever wanted to film this.
Oh my goodness. Hector, the worst hostage negotiator ever. Chaos, cringe, twerking. Reverse psychology gone horribly wrong. Oh, we gotta do it. Hostages are huddled together. A masked gunman is pacing, tensions high. Suddenly, megaphone crackles from outside. Hector, early 30s, too confident, holds the megaphone. He wears aviators, chews gum, and thinks he's in a buddy cop movie. All right, listen up, criminal man. You don't want to give up the hostages? You're too emotionally unstable and selfish for that. SWAT captain, what the? That's not how negotiation works, Hector. Hector, shh, trust the process. Gunman, wait, what? Hector, still on the microphone. You won't come out and twerk in the street because you're scared. That's right. Scared to show us. Scared to show us those weak little hips. Gunman, what? Straight, Hector, you heard me. I bet you can't even hit a single beat drop. You're all talk, no cheek. Oh my God. SWAT tech guy number 1. Is he reverse psyching a twerk out of a hostage taker? SWAT tech 2. Bro, I think he's succeeding. Gunman, slightly insulted, lowers the gun. Ain't nobody say I got weak hips. Move the hostages back. I need space. Hostage, what is happening now? Gunman, apparently I gotta prove a point. Hector, cues up, back that thing up on a boombox. Hector, let's go. Drop it for freedom, bro. That's a real power move. Gunman burst out, full on twerking in front of police cruisers. It's bizarre. Everyone's stunned. Hector, told you, you just gotta insult a man's glutes. Works every time. Captain, you're fired, but also, wow. Crowd, let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. Epilogue title card. Negotiation failed. But everyone lived, except Hector's dignity. Wow, bro.
That's wild.
I had tears in my eyes.
Same.
Lord have mercy.
Man, chat is crazy.
Hector's crazy.
That part.
Hector informed chat.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh. All right, shout out to 511 people in the chat.
hey, like that.
Shout out to
thing.
114 people that have liked that thing.
All talk, no cheek.
All talk, no cheek is crazy sauce. Nasa Linda, this sounds like an actual Hector scenario.
It really does.
Tim, can we get another sermon? I preach again this Sunday, and then you'll hear it in August. We gone. I might only carry. I'm only taking a carry on to
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
The way I
De
travel.
veras?
All I'm wearing is shorts and some
Amen.
and a couple of t-shirts. Whatever else I want, I'll just buy it when I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
not checking no bag.
Amen.
You won't get me with a bag.
They're charging an arm and a leg for that now.
Listen, when I go on vacation, I barely leave the room because I'm an introvert everywhere, right? Juliet's gonna be on the beach. Fine. Woo. I always gotta make sure whatever room we in, I can see where she's at on the beach.
Heard.
For my own good pleasure. I
Yeah.
just want to see her
Yeah.
on the beach.
It's your wife.
Fine behind in that bikini. Anyway. But I barely, and when I do, I usually just wear shorts and like a wife beater.
Yeah.
Because what are we doing here?
Freedom.
The answer is nothing. Nada. Zip zero. Minimalist at the finest. It's the truth, Steph. I'm not doing it. All right. Listen. Oh my goodness.
You want to hit this one first?
Yeah, we got it. Listen, I know we've been talking a lot about what's been going on with the protest that started in California, but it's reached Dallas, Texas, and other major cities. But this Instagram story just ripped my heart in half. Let's just play it.
Refresh it.
Yep.
Happy Father's Day to you.
No.
Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day, dear Papi. Happy Father's Day to you. Woo! Hug it, daddy, hug it, daddy. Te lo hubiera regalado antes de que te fueras. It's a traveling kit.
I know.
Kiss me. For everyone that's listening to the audio, this man waited 24 years for citizenship in this country, following all the rules, and it finally came.
Sort of. But she knows it's in there, but she doesn't really know what it is.
This man has been paying taxes and working in this country for 24 years, doing all the things he's supposed to do to get citizenship in this country, and it finally came.
What does it say?
Welcome to the United States.
What is that?
Oh my god, oh my god.
It's my green card.
It's that little girl, bro.
I can go to Mexico now.
You can officially go and come back to Mexico.
Yeah, bro. The bro, he immigrated in 2001 from Mexico. He hasn't been able to go back because he wouldn't be able to come back.
Yep.
He applied for the paperwork, did everything right. 24 years later, he finally has the citizenship. Imagine going home after 2.5 decades.
Those were my parents.
2.5 decades. Imagine going home after 2.5 decades. Like, hey, remember when I left 2.5 decades ago? This guy could have been swept up.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine ICE raiding this guy's house, his home, not a trap house.
Right.
his home, this man has been paying sales tax, property tax, income tax, all the taxes. America has benefited from it. And they're like, I guess we'll give it to him now. Listen, man, don't make everything political. Go touch grass.
Amen.
A lot of these people haven't touched grass. If you get all of your information from Fox, MSNBC, I don't watch the news. Who the other people?
CNN,
BBC,
It's
BBC, Al
all of it.
Jazeera, NBC, ABC,
Yep,
CBS, PBS,
TMZ.
TMZ.
Yeah.
Go touch grass.
For real.
Go meet somebody.
Talk to a human.
Yeah.
Talk to a real
Get some
human,
empathy.
not a political debater, right? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please look to the rivers and the streams, lakes,
Right?
lakes.
Used
To I know that you're gonna do
Have it your
something.
way
Have it your way
or
or
nothing.
nothing at all. But I think
Move.
I was too busy looking at Chili.
I get it.
I'm so sorry.
I get it.
Whatever they said.
She's pretty.
I was looking at Chili. I was like, I like chili. I like chili in a bowl.
Love chili.
Chili con carne.
I like chili on a
Not
plate.
With a
anymore.
little bread.
I like chili on a hot dog.
Right?
I like chili. I like chili.
That girl gets to keep her daddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
cry of relief.
my God.
Cry of relief, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Safety.
Yep.
Oh, child.
That was me and my sister when my parents, my step parents,
Yeah.
got their papers. Oh my gosh, the relief. It's
I was so
insane.
little, I didn't understand. It took my parents 12 years to
Yeah.
get their papers, but they had to put in work, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every night they'd have to go to downtown to go to a class. I guess it was different back then, or it was whatever season it was, but the season they were in and the program they did, they'd have to go to class at night after work,
Wow.
after working all day. My mom is like classic. Look, my mommy was the housekeeper,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad was a construction guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that they were working full time, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Like, all day. Like
Yeah.
they took care of us, and then construction, housekeeping, and then we make dinner, and then they dip.
Yeah.
And they have to go do more work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Long
My
days for them.
60-year-old grandparents learned English so they could pass that test.
Yeah. The naturalization test
Yeah.
is real because it's not just
60-year-old.
waiting in line and filling out a form. You have to they investigate you, they look at you, they do so much stuff. It's a
Oh, yeah.
rigmarole.
Oh yeah, I went through it too.
That's crazy.
I wasn't born here. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Anyway,
Man,
please go touch grass.
Yes.
Please go touch some grass. Oh, this right here?
this one. You want to hit this one?
Yeah.
I got you.
Please hit that one.
Yep.
Señor, vámonos, está muy peligroso. Está muy peligroso andar vendiendo en la calle. Vámonos, yo las voy a comprar todos y me los llevo. ¿Andan todos tres juntos? Sí. Sí, meta las cosas al ven, yo se las pago. Garantizado, yo se las pago. Está bien caliente por aquí. Vámonos mejor, yo les doy la feria.
For all of my audio files, just so you
Vámonos,
know
yo se
what's
las voy a
going
comprar
on,
todas.
there's a
Vámonos, está
guy
muy
in
peligroso.
California who walks up to
Está muy
street
peligroso,
vendors
vámonos.
that are selling fruit or flowers or whatever they're
¿Me
doing,
llevo esto? Ok.
and he literally buys their entire inventory to get them off the street and to let them go home and have a couple of days to just like chill, which is spectacular.
And the context, he said caliente, is hot out
It's
here.
super hot.
Well,
It's super, and it's dangerous. They're literally in the median in the road.
And it's ice hot.
Yeah. It's ice hot out
hot-
here.
it's hot
Yeah,
everywhere.
you don't want to get swooped up. So he's paying them literally in cash. He's buying all their cherries, all of their produce, the oranges, the flowers, anything that they're doing, and he's literally cashing them out, paying for everything,
¿Cuánto
yo.
es? 700.
He's asking him how much. They're
Yeah.
saying $700, so he pulled out a lot of cash.
Yep,
Dos,
Not even that. He gives them extra.
tres,
yep.
cuatro,
Mhm, yeah.
cinco, seis,
That's for the produce.
siete.
That's just for
y
the
200
inventory.
para cada uno, ¿eh?
Dos. Dos.
Hey, me hacen un favor, por favor,
200.
no salgan un rato. Yo sé que tienen que trabajar,
Stay
yo sé que
outside
tienen
for a
que,
little
que
Yeah.
sacar dinero para vivir. Pero
Here's
trucha,
money to live.
trucha. Dios
And
los
then look
cuide,
at their
Dios los bendiga,
gratitude, man.
Yeah.
Those are criminals?
Ahí nos
A
vemos.
dude standing there trying to just sell oranges all day?
In the heat, bro.
He's a threat to you?
Risking their lives on
Risking
Father's
their
Day.
lives on Father's Day to bring home something.
Yeah.
At an intersection, yo.
Yeah.
Vendiendo en la calle, vámonos, yo las voy a comprar
Yeah.
todas.
Shout out Mr. Rodriguez, who runs the Local Hearts Foundation in Los Angeles.
Yeah, man.
They call him the Hood Santa.
I'm on
donates
that
stuff.
energy, bro.
He's
I'm on
love
that energy
that.
because and I'm gonna start looking for them because that's different than now I understand there's levels and you got to do the stuff that moves you with compassion. Some people's compassion is homeless, right? When I see a person trying to make money, not just holding up a sign,
Right.
it's like, yo, I bought these oranges and I'm trying to flip them.
Yeah.
I could just try to carjack you.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, man,
Down the street, Tim, in Denton. Denton is a lot nicer now, but there is still a lot of Latino flavor out here.
oh, absolutely.
And I think there's a jailhouse on the other side of the square. I'm trying
Yes,
to remember.
yes,
but,
there is.
Every time I come to your crib, I see the construction workers waiting for work. They're there, bro. They're not drinking. They might have a little cigarette here and there,
Yeah,
but
they're
they're
looking for
waiting
work, man.
They're waiting to get picked up
Yep.
to work all
Yeah,
day.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're waiting for somebody who had enough money to go to Home Depot, but not enough work ethic to install it themselves. They go get that person and pay them. It's not even minimum. They pay them not even what they're worth for a day. And these people need income so desperately that they will work 6 hours for $40.
Yeah.
Installing a
Yep.
sink.
It's true.
Knowing dang well that if it was a contractor, it's an $800 job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? $500 job, whatever. Yo, man. Then he does it for a little abuelita. Mi corazón es
But and just to give some love too, though, like I know, like
rompe.
there's good people out there that have money.
Vale?
Seeing my dad grow up, I got to witness. He stayed away from all of the jerks because, of course, you're gonna run into some really mean people.
Yeah.
But man, there were some good people that really took care of us, like from the Highland Park area, rich, bougie. Bro, they've blessed my dad. I've seen my dad get blessed like crazy with a
Amazing.
car. They blessed us with extra money for Christmas. Like there is good people out there, and you always got to show love to them.
Yeah,
They got
absolutely.
money that are good people.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, David just gave us $10. Thank you so much, David. We love you. But he said, how about the Dodgers not only remaining silent, but banning singer who sang the national anthem in Spanish when they benefit so much from the Hispanic money? I didn't even know this.
Gotta
Me
pull it
neither.
up.
Pull it up.
Yep.
I love when news comes from y'all. What? Shout out to 695 in the chat. 704. Every time I get ready to call out a number, it changes right in front of my eyeballs. So because I grew up in Sur de California con muchos hispanohablantes, let me read this first and then remind me to go back to this thing, what I was about to say. I might have said it before, but because we're doing this, I got to say it again. Okay, so singer Neza, a Latin pop artist and influencer, sang the U.S. national anthem in Spanish, El Pendón Estrellado,
Perfect.
at the Los Angeles Dodgers game on June 14, 2025. Before performing, a Dodgers employee reportedly told her she had to sing it only in English. Why did she sing it in Spanish? Neza decided to sing the anthem in Spanish anyway, as a stand for immigrants and in protest of recent ICE raids in Los Angeles. She felt it was important to honor her heritage and to use her voice to send a message of unity and resistance. I sing it for my people. This is the land of the free, and that means freedom to express ourselves, especially in the language spoken by millions of Americans. Facts. Was she banned? There was confusion online after her viral TikTok. She said she believed she wouldn't be invited back to sing at future Dodger games, but the Dodgers later clarified that she is not banned and is welcome back. Nice. Fans were split. Some praised her courage and said the anthem belongs to everyone. Others criticized the move, saying the anthem should only be sung in English. Dummies. Did my intrusive thought went out? Yes, it did. The moment sparked a broader conversation about language, culture, and patriotism in the U.S. Neza wasn't officially banned by the Dodgers. She took a bold stance by performing in Spanish despite being told not to. The Dodgers said she's still welcome, and the performance remains a powerful moment of cultural expression at a major league stadium. Yeah. I mean, she proved her point. It's not like she wants to do it every single time, but in that moment, that was right. Now, it's kind of dumb for just because I'm basic, right? I'm like very literal and like regular degular. It would be asinine for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I repeat, Los Angeles Dodgers.
The Angels.
Los Angeles Dodgers to say you can't sing the national anthem in Spanish or you'd be banned for singing it in Spanish. Do you know per capita how many Hispanics in a 5-mile radius of Dodger Stadium attend these games? For decades. Is anybody going to act like Fernando Venezuela wasn't one of the greatest pictures in Los Angeles Dodgers history?
Yeah, dude. Fernando Mania.
Are you kidding me? My memory ain't short, dog. Again, we got to touch grass. Everything ain't political. Some stuff is just, you got to just know la cultura. Entonces, si no saben, si no sé la cultura, entonces within a 5-mile radius of Dodger Stadium, located in Elysian Park, Los Angeles, a rough demographic estimate shows the average population density in LA County is about 2,654 people per square mile. I was about to say, that ain't all that's in LA County is 2,600 people. Okay, but per square mile. A 5-mile radius covers about 78.5 square miles. Multiplying gives approximately 208,000 total residents. LA County's Latino share is around 48 to 49%.
Oh my God.
It's more than that, I feel
I
like.
wish a nigga would tell Neza that she can't sing the national anthem in Spanish. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude.
Gonna watch it?
Yes, let's watch it. I've never heard it in Spanish.
Same.
At least they had subtitles for the only English speakers.
It sounds like they were prepared. Doesn't seem random. They got subtitles.
How many players are Hispanic?
Bruh.
On the Padre team, it's almost all Latinos.
Bruh.
Vale, sí.
Texas Rangers, they've got some too. Bro can't say.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
I'd rather hear that 10 times than Fergie's version.
Oh,
Remember Fergie's version?
sadness.
Amen. I'm with you.
Hers was hilarious.
I'll never speak in English again.
Right?
Not to listen to Fergie's version.
Oh man.
Bro, the basketball players trying not to laugh
Bro.
was the best thing to watch. So crazy.
Bro.
It's crazy.
But that, oh man, that reminds me of those videos that went viral a few years ago where Hispanics
man.
were ordering at
Same.
Starbucks in Spanish.
You want to watch it?
Have you ever seen those?
They were ordering.
Starbucks and speaking Spanish in Starbucks, and this woman freaked the F out that they were speaking Spanish.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We cannot watch that.
Are you sure?
No, sir.
Pain.
No, bro.
said
I can't do
pain.
that.
It's really pain. It's
Yeah, I
tough to
can't do
watch.
that.
Yeah.
Tough to
Yeah,
watch.
I have to protect my emotional well-being.
That felt more disrespectful than the lady Neza who was
Dude.
representing her.
Absolutely.
It was a stand of solidarity. It wasn't like a kneel, but it was like still. And the Dodger team has like at least like 7 or 8 players
Yeah,
that are just only speak Spanish. Like
exactly.
Theo Oscar Hernandez, like they
Bro,
all their
the name
pictures.
is Theo
like-
Oscar.
Yeah,
Theo Oscar?
yeah.
Like,
A lot of people.
come on,
A
man.
lot of people in that squad.
Yeah, man.
But it's a humanity issue. It's not a political issue.
It's not a political
know what I
issue,
mean?
man. This is why I tell people you got to touch grass. It is hard to hate up close.
Yep.
This is why I tell y'all stop watching TV and go meet somebody.
Yep.
Because it's hard to hate up close. When you just hearing it in a politicized way, you dealing with issues. When you walk outside, you dealing with people. Homosexuality is an issue as long as you're talking about it on one of these outlets. But when you meet somebody, it's no longer an issue. It's a person. And when it's the person, you got to deal with the person. So we're not here to politicize everything. We're individualizing everything. That's why when we take calls, I don't give cookie cutter answers. Everybody's situation and circumstance is nuanced. So you got to listen to their story. You can't sit up there and be like, oh yeah, we've had a ton of calls come in about people having divorces. Here's the way you should handle yours. Cookie cutter. Come on, man. Everybody's situation is different.
That part. Tim, what were you gonna
Shut up
say?
and listen.
That part.
And then you'll know what to say next.
That part.
Okay.
What were you gonna say about being around?
So what had happened, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm from Sur de California.
Uh-huh.
When we built our house in Roanoke, we were there. You know, when you're excited, when you get to build a house, you're just too excited. So you just keep driving up there, right? You've already put your money down, and they get started, and it's just dirt for a long time. And then one day you come, and the frame is there. And then once the frame is there, they put the cement there. Brah, that thing's about to go up. So every time we went up there, Juliet and I would drive up there. I would stop by the ATM and grab $100. This is in 07, 06, 07. Because when generosity is your heart, you do it with whatever money you have.
Yeah.
It's not like when I become a millionaire,
Right.
I'm going to be very generous.
Right.
You're generous when you're on a budget. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I stopped by the bank, and I get $100 out in 20s. And whenever we drove up there, whoever was working that day, I just gave $100. I mean, I just gave $20 to every person, and I would tell them, "Hey, lunch is on us today."
Wow.
And you don't have to, like, the roach coach would come by for all the construction workers. Have you heard of a roach coach?
No.
So a roach coach is like a food truck,
Oh.
but
okay.
like it ain't really nice.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'll be like, hey, go to Chili's and eat today. Like, you don't have to, like, take a real break.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias, mi amigo. And, always salute them or whatever, dap them up, give them hugs, whatever. We did that from the time they started to the time the house was done.
Wow.
And so obviously the people that pour the cement are not the same as the people that put up the frames, and the people that put
Right.
up the frames not the same as the people that do drywall. Like, they have a system. So very rarely did we see the same people over and over again,
Yeah.
right? So we were treating all these different people. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so when the house was done, I'll never forget this house because it was the first house Juliet and I had built. It was 2,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. I think it was it a Dries home? I think it was a Dries home. I can't remember.
A Dries home?
Excuse me, the builder. The
Oh.
name of the builder.
Gotcha.
I thought it was a Dries home. I think it was. Anyway, so the final inspection, you walk through with the home builder, and they're doing a checklist to like, hey, is this the carpet you wanted? Is this the tile you wanted? And so we're going through the whole house. And he keeps looking down at his checklist, and he keeps looking in all the rooms, and he's like, huh. I'm looking at the checklist. You didn't have this double crown molding throughout the whole house, but I mean, it's in here, so I guess it's yours. And then we went into another room, and they're like, I don't remember you getting these fixtures for like the faucets and stuff, but I mean, it's in here now, so I guess it's yours. But he was like so miffed, and he was like, I don't understand how you got all these upgrades. And it did not dawn on us. Like, it didn't dawn on me. Take that back. It didn't dawn on me. I was like, I don't know. And he was like, bro, well, it's in here now, so you're good. Cool. So after he left, I didn't even think about it. Like, he was just like, oh, it must have been a mistake. And I was like, okay, I don't care. It looks good to me. Like, we're good. Because you're just ready to move in at this point, right? You're tired of being in this limbo state. So when he left, Juliet was like, babe, you know why all this stuff is in here? And I was like, no. She was like, because you kept blessing the workers. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, you kept blessing the workers. And so because I'm a rule follower, I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't trying to make them, were they stealing materials? And she was like, fool, shut up. She was like, shut up. You blessed them. They blessed you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it for that. I was just doing it because I'm from Cali. And if you're from Cali, you grew up with Hispanics.
Yeah, and Latinos, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Bro.
Yeah.
And if I lived in California, if I never left California, I'd be married to a Hispanic or a Latino. I mean, not a Latino, a Filipino.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I was. That's the waters. That's what was that was in the pond I was fishing in.
Yeah.
Right. If I would have been somewhere else, then when I came to Dallas, I found my island girl. But out there, Mexicanas y Cubanas y Puerto Rican, Puertorriqueñas y Filipinas.
It's the cariño the gente that work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear about gardeners saving people's lives in the backyards, or you hear about landscapers like jumping into pools and saving dogs.
Yep.
Like, it's because, like, it's the cultura. Like, it's straight up, it's the way that we were raised.
Hey,
it's just, like, it's just the vibe, bro.
guess who found Gene Hackman and his wife?
You know what I'm saying?
It was the people coming to do the landscaping. Stop playing.
No wellness check, just people showing up to do their job.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a humanity issue, man.
It is, man. And think about it. I'm glad you said it. It's a humanity issue. And when we talk and when we politicize it, we dehumanize.
Yeah.
That's how everybody becomes. That's the only way to make everybody the only way to make everyone who's undocumented a criminal is to dehumanize them. So you see a clip like this guy getting that citizenship in the mail, and it brings the humanity back. You see that guy, a lot of people will be like, man, why would you be filming it? To bring humanity back.
It's a milestone.
You know what I'm saying? Bring humanity back to the workers that are selling the oranges. I know we drive by them like, oh man, ain't nobody gonna buy nothing from them. But just consider the fact of what they're actually trying to do. It ain't about the bunch of oranges. Maybe you don't want no oranges. Just help him out. And if you got the means, give him a day off. Maybe he ain't got to come outside tomorrow. If he clears $200, he can stay home. Okay.
Yeah, the little girl wasn't crying because her dad got a green card. The little girl was crying because now she didn't understand why her hardworking dad was in the position that he's in, and now she doesn't have to worry about his safety anymore.
That's right.
Because their citizenship is intact because they were born here in America.
That's right.
But their father has had to navigate the very rough pathway to citizenship in this country.
24 years.
Whether you're married, whether you've done all the stuff, you're a dreamer, you registered for DACA, you have an I number, like, and there's millions
Yep.
of people that are embedded in this broken system.
That's right. Yeah, and it is broken. It is broken.
Thanks for sharing, dude.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that cry was a cry of relief. You
Yeah.
could tell her whole body just, oh my gosh.
And it's real. It's real. It's not just in your backyard. Like, there's 3 people, Tim, right now in your vicinity that have been impacted by stories that are like this. Like Julie's parents, Hector's parents, my family. Joanna was that little girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My wife.
Yeah.
So it's like these stories hit home.
Yeah, for sure. Whew. What else? What else is going on out here in these streets?
There's a lot.
Is it a lot?
Oh, there's a lot. we didn't hit Matthew Perry yesterday.
What happened to Matthew Perry?
They the doctor pled
That-
guilty.
That gave him the drugs?
Yeah. So there's justice for Matthew.
Okay. Pull that story up. Dr. Salvador Plasencia pleads guilty. On June 16th and 17th, 2025, Dr. Salvador Plasencia, an emergency physician, formally agreed to plead guilty to 4 counts of illegally distributing ketamine to Matthew Perry between late September and mid-October 2023 at his home and in a Santa Monica parking lot. The plea deal could bring him up to 40 years in prison. He admitted supplying 20 vials, lozenges, and syringes, providing the majority of the ketamine Perry used in his final weeks. All right. So is ketamine just an addictive drug?
Ketamine is a very powerful drug. It will take you to some crazy hallucinogenic states, and it's extreme. It's not like just, smoking a blunt and you get stoned. And you could go down a pretty dark hole with weed, but ketamine is it's very normalized, especially in California, because you can do it legally through a doctor.
Gotcha.
Where they'll take you through like ketamine treatment. A lot of people do it like who have severe PTSD. And it's helped a lot of like veterans overcome that. But of course, it gets into Beverly Hills and the rich people
For sure.
and the mommies who want to do it.
Yeah,
It
for
becomes
sure.
a little more normalized, but Matthew Perry obviously abusing it incredibly.
Okay, so this is going to be a pretty sensitive take. Obviously, this man bears the responsibility for being a provider. And Matthew Perry bore the responsibility of being an abnormal user of this powerful drug. This man justly deserves whatever consequences come to him as provider. But if it wasn't this man, it would have been another. So the issue, in my opinion, and this is very fresh for me because I'm writing my book right now, and this is one of the sections in my book. It was on Matthew Perry.
I mean, you're right.
Oh yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I understand addiction. I understand
Of course.
feeling out of control. But these are the consequences.
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
consequences to choosing to do that.
All right, so can I read? This is like
Do it.
Are we getting insight to the book?
a little bit.
Yeah. All right, we're going to members live stream only. Join now, and we're gonna read for the next 6 hours through all of Tim's writing of the new book.
So this is a section. This chapter is called Safe Zone, and there's a section in the chapter called "God Didn't Do That to You."
Whoa.
So here is what it says. Sometimes we confuse life's natural consequences with divine punishment, especially if we've been taught to see God primarily as a stern judge rather than a loving father. Many of us grew up hearing messages that portrayed God as constantly waiting to punish us for mistakes, reinforcing the belief that every hardship or consequence was his direct retaliation. Our understanding of God deeply influences our response to life's outcomes, whether we perceive them as punishments or as natural consequences of our actions. I vividly remember sitting in my office one afternoon when a young man from my ministry came in, visibly shaken and emotionally burdened. He had been part of my young adult group, and I had walked closely with him, witnessing his ongoing struggles. As he sat down, eyes filled with tears, he shared that he had contracted HIV after years of promiscuity. His pain was palpable, and as he spoke, his tears triggered my own. We sat silently, the weight of his revelation filling the room. Then he said something that deeply troubled me. I don't know why God chose me to go through this, but not my will, but thine be done. His words felt like a heavy blow, not because he was turning to God, but because his perception was so distorted. In that moment, I had to gently yet firmly correct his narrative. God didn't do this to you. He's not that kind of father. God offers boundaries, not punishments. Guidelines designed not to stifle joy, but to protect it. These boundaries, clearly outlined in both the Old and New Testaments, aren't there to limit us arbitrarily. They're markers that preserve the beauty and depth of our relationship with God and with others. When I explained this to my friend, I shared an example from my own life. I deeply love my sons. If they want to play outside, I gladly encourage them, yet I set clear boundaries. You can play in the front yard, but don't run into the street. These boundaries aren't meant to restrict their fun, but to ensure their safety. If they choose to ignore the boundaries and, God forbid, end up hurt or scared by running into the street, that wouldn't be me causing them harm. The harm arises naturally from disregarding the protective boundary. Similarly, the consequences we face from our choices are not punishments from a vengeful God. They're simply the natural results of stepping beyond the wise and loving boundaries he set to safeguard us. Unsafe environments can emerge from unsafe choices, but that's not always the case. Often, unsafe environments result from the harmful actions and brokenness of others. Abuse, trauma, and emotional damage frequently come from someone else's choices, reflecting their own unresolved pain or flaws. It's crucial to recognize this distinction clearly. Whether from our choices or those of others, these environments and their consequences aren't divine punishment, but human realities requiring compassion, compassionate care, and healing.
Oof. Do we have to wait till December for the book?
Yeesh.
That's so good, Tim.
Gracias.
So good.
Sounds like extreme ownership as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Accountability.
You got to have accountability, man.
Self-awareness.
God didn't do this. God didn't do all that to you.
Yep.
You did that to you.
You did that to you.
And then trying to like when people try to start turning it into like testimonies, like their own dumb decisions.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Cringe.
God sent me to prison for 10 years to teach me how to really trust in him. The nigga didn't need to send you to prison for that.
Makes me cringe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you did not have to go to prison to learn that lesson. You could have just obeyed what he said. Your disobedience got you to prison. God didn't like, you know what I'll do? I'll lock you up for a decade. See how you like that. What?
You know, it's crazy. It's so simple, but yet we complicate everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. I don't want to be a part of that.
Tim, thank you for writing this book.
You're welcome.
Seriously.
You're welcome.
It already has been a blessing. Just the 2 chapters we've heard.
Uh,
Has
buy
been a
it.
Oh, you
blessing.
haven't heard chapters.
Buy
You
it.
just heard sections.
Well,
Please buy
chapter
it.
7.
Trying to get
Oh,
rich.
chapter
That one
7.
could
Yeah,
be.
chapter 7. Yeah. Chapter 7.
We're trying to get rich. Go ahead and buy it now.
Oh, God.
Buy the book now.
Hell.
You can pre-order it, I think.
Not yet.
Pre-order right
I
now.
felt like I saw somebody, either it's a bootleg or something like that, has it on Amazon where you can try to bootleg it, bro.
Huh?
No,
The
no.
book that's not out yet?
Let me see.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Call
because
me
it
lying.
was a picture.
I'm lying. I'm
it was
lying.
a picture of your head and puzzle pieces coming out, right? Or
I'm lying.
coming in.
Oh,
no, I
that-
think I saw that
Oh,
too.
that's the missing piece. That is
Yeah.
the missing piece.
You're not lying, Derek.
Confirm lying.
You're not crazy.
6 lie today.
Oh, what were the other 5?
Latinos. No, I'm just kidding.
Latinos are alive. Mentirosas.
Yeah, there we go.
You can buy it
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
It's ready.
Is like you can pre-save it or something?
By Tim Ross and Thomas Nelson. Who is Thomas?
That's the book publisher.
Oh, okay.
Like HarperCollins.
Bro,
right?
but by Tim Ross and Thomas. So they're just trying to take credit for you, bro?
I don't know.
You wrote the book. We got to erase this.
Okay, we got Thomas
Get
Nelson
Thomas on the
joining
line.
wide open.
They're gonna have to figure that out.
That's crazy work.
September 30th.
Not they. We're going to figure it out, Play. We're calling them right now live on the second hour. Absolutely insane.
Here we go.
Interesante.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I didn't co-write the book with Thomas Nelson.
Yeah, no, so I'm trying to,
That would be weird.
yeah. So everybody.
Let's go. Audiobook got 5 stars.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's giddy. 206 and it's 5 stars. I like that.
So what's the split? Like, how much are we taking home?
Oh my gosh.
What you mean, oh my gosh? I'm trying to figure this out. I need some business game. Maybe I'll write a book next year. Tim,
Write it.
help.
According to Tim, Hector, you should wait a couple more years before you write a book.
Why?
Because it takes a long time before your truth becomes the truth. Just want to have some empirical data.
Okay.
I see a lot of people write books young, and then 20 years later, it's like on page 72 of your book, you said, and it's like, yeah, I don't even believe that anymore. I changed my mind.
What about a comic book?
That's fine.
Adorable.
Hey, write a comic book. That'll be fire, bro.
Fire.
Hector as a comic book. That'll be awesome.
I know what everyone's getting for Christmas this year.
Comic books?
Your book.
Oh, got you. So comic books?
I'm giving y'all peace. Well, Tim is bringing you peace.
Yes.
Someone said write your book about the hostage worker situation.
Conrad said that.
That has to be the
The comic book?
that has to be the comic book.
Super twerk.
Oh, Tim, business idea.
Super twerk.
Business idea?
Can I submit it to you?
Submit.
All right. I'm submitting.
Hit send. Hit send.
Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. We open a comedy club.
Yep.
We can handle the hospitality. We already know how to do that.
Yep.
You're the lead comedian that actually gets comedians to come and like
Yep.
do their spots, host there, all that. You have your weekly Tim Ross showcase where it's you. We already have a captive audience. Here's the thing. I know it could work. And we get no investors involved. It's just us.
I'm down.
All right, let's do it right now.
Let's
do it right now.
let's go rest for 7 weeks. And then when we come back, let's start working on it.
Okay, roger that.
I'm down for that.
Amen.
And tacos. Like you have to have a taquero there.
Ooh.
Vale, sí.
You mix the two, hospitality and comedy, you provide the best experience on the planet.
Absolutely. I agree. People want to come laugh for sure.
You are definitely an entrepreneur.
Cool.
You.
Oh yeah. Amen. I was selling Costco chocolates in high school,
I love
making that money.
Hey, get it.
That's Hector's showing his tiger teeth. Rawr. What? Somebody said I'm looking for a job. Can I apply?
Yeah.
After the 7-week sabbatical,
Right?
We do background checks and lie detector tests.
we'll talk about it.
Not lie
We're not gonna have no
detector
scandals
test.
up in this club.
Calling ice.
Oh.
Yeah, we have special vegan foods.
Oh, you know the food had to be fire.
Oh, insane.
But we're gonna get to come cook.
Well, we're gonna definitely have to hire vegan food
Vegan
house
house.
person to come at least train our chefs and build some recipes for us.
That'll be fire.
Genius.
Eating the mushroom wings.
And we
Amen,
document the whole
brother.
thing and make a TV show out of it. It's
Yeah.
genius.
Justin, I click on the video and Tim is just growling. What did I miss? It's It's really funny.
It's the best girl on the planet.
Yo, I had my Muay Thai class last night.
Hey.
Wore me out. Dude said, how many of you all have experience? Like all these guys raised their hands. He's like, over there, you're sparring with each other. I did not raise my hand.
You're like, thank God.
It's like, no, it's like my 5th class. I don't have no experience. What am I doing? So we had to get on the body bag. I got to tell you, man, I have so much more respect for boxers and for kickboxers and Muay Thai because just the conditioning alone to throw those hands for 10 rounds, 12 rounds.
3 minutes? Crazy.
3 minutes. It's exhausting.
I can imagine.
It'll tear you up. And then to keep your form the whole time, to make sure you don't get exposed. And man, please.
How long was the session?
It's an hour.
Nice.
It's an hour. So we got it in, and then I start my private sessions. And I think y'all know this about me. When I commit to something, I always go private. I always go one-on-one because I need undivided attention.
You learn more, right?
I learn more. You learn a lot more. You learn a lot more. So,
are you sore?
No, I'm not. No, I'm pretty. My body responds well to stress, so I don't really. I'm not in fighter's shape condition wise, but in terms of soreness and stuff,
Nice.
That's awesome.
I'm Gucci.
I would need a wheelchair. After all that workout?
You'd be fine.
You think so?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of girls in there.
Colombian power.
Yeah,
got
you
good
got
genetics.
Colombian power.
You'll be fine.
You will be fine.
It's 10
All right, hit it. You hear this music? Go ahead and get into it wide open. Right now we wide open. All these phone lines are wide open. Sheesh. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:02, 2 minutes past the 10 o'clock hour Central Standard Time. It is 8:02 Pacific Standard Time. It is 11:02 Eastern Standard Time. We are now locked in with Wide Open for the next 3 hours. For the next 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Sheesh, we almost gave Julian her hour. Her eyes lit up. She was like, yes. And afterwards we go to Bucky.
Yeah.
No, so we good. Listen, phone lines open for the next 2 hours. No questions, comments, concerns, compliments, critiques, cabbage, corn,
Kimchi.
kale, kimchi, carne off limits, casserole. None of that is off limits. We want to hold space for whatever you want to talk about. When Yadaline called yesterday, Yadaline was just like, hey, I want to give you my testimony, and what is y'all doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just so cool. Like, don't think you have to have like something deep to talk about. If you do, obviously we're going to hold space for it. But if you just want to, again, part of being seen, sometimes you just want to check in and say hi.
That's awesome.
And that's okay. Like, that's okay. So if you've been like waiting in your mind, like, oh man, I don't really have nothing like really big to talk about like everybody else. It's like, don't compare yourself to everybody else. Maybe you just want to call in and say hi. Hey, wouldn't it be dope to have a check-in where somebody's just like, hey, everything's good. Just wanted to check in and say everything's fine. That'd be dope too. So, yeah. Anyway, who's our first caller?
Lindsay, you are on Wide Open with Tim Ross. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, everyone. I wanted to do just a follow-up call with you, following our first conversation about dating.
Yes.
And dating apps and all of that.
Yes.
I wanted to provide a little positive update.
Okay.
Uh,
Wait a minute. If I recall, aren't you in Canada?
yeah.
Okay, I remember you. I remember you.
Good memory.
Yeah, I remember our call.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that I may have accessed a section of the dating pool that does not have kids in it.
Oh wow.
Um,
You must have find them on the dark
yeah.
web.
The VPN.
You must have paid an extra premium.
So I recently met someone, and we've been on a few dates.
Okay.
And I just kind of wanted to debrief because I've been like in my head a lot about like how like the interactions were during the dates.
Yep.
It's positive.
Okay.
It's just that I'm an overthinker, and I think it's not. I think I know that I have some issues with, I guess, physical contact,
Okay.
and I guess a little bit of abandonment issues.
Okay. Okay.
So, like I said, the interactions overall were positive. We went on 3 dates
Great.
so far.
Great.
And yeah, I just need to debrief with someone about how I experienced the date.
Absolutely. Let's get it, girl. Tell me everything.
Okay, so I'll give you a summary of
Okay.
each of the dates.
Okay. Fantastic.
So date number 1, we went to eat at a Caribbean restaurant. We had a great time. We were just like the conversation was flowing, and from what I gathered from that conversation, we did have previous conversations like on the dating app and on I think Messenger as well. So I was already kind of familiar with him, so it wasn't like too awkward.
Okay.
But from what I gathered from the first conversation, like at the restaurant, was that he seems to be emotionally intelligent. He believes in therapy, which is great.
Yeah.
He has done therapy himself,
Good.
so that for me that was comforting.
Yes, for sure.
To know that he's been through a process to kind of navigate his emotions and to like learn how to, express his emotions as well.
Mhm.
And like I said, the conversation was flowing. I, didn't see any red flags. So I was like, okay, cool. We went on a second date. We went to a football game in Montreal. We have the CFL in Canada, so we went to see. It was the season opener of the Montreal Alouettes. I love watching football, so I was a bit apprehensive because I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna see me watching football, like in my like natural habitat of like watching football and like freaking out. So I was like, okay, he has to get to know me, so he'll have to see that side of myself. It was great. It went well. We had a great time. The third date was this past weekend. We went to the Old Port in Montreal.
Nice.
We rode on a Ferris wheel. We have this beautiful Ferris wheel in the Old Port. So we went there, and there was a moment that got awkward, mostly for me because, like I mentioned, I feel a little about physical touch.
Understood.
And he asked to kiss me, and I blurted out where. I got really awkward, like a small child. Like I feel sometimes that deep inside, I'm still like an awkward teenager or
We all
little
are.
girl.
You're not alone.
And I'm glad. But it does like it reminds me of, I don't know if you're familiar with the Netflix show Survival of the Thickest with Michel Buteau.
No.
So the second season came out recently, and there's this episode. Maybe you've seen the clip of that episode. There's one of the characters who went to play basketball with 3 of his friends, and then they're talking about therapy, and his friends are telling him that he should do therapy. And one of his friends tells him, "Did you know there's a little nigga inside of you?" So I feel that the little girl inside of me hasn't completely like processed how to interact with like physical touch
Understood.
and relationships. So I got really awkward when he asked to kiss me, kiss me on the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
But even just that, I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, like there's like physical contact.
Yeah.
You know, it was a third date.
Yeah.
I usually take a long time to get to know someone. Like it could be anyone, it could be friendships or
Yep.
relationships and all of that. And I'd like to have a conversation with him about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let him know like what are like my boundaries, and also to express that in a way that he'll be able to receive it and not feel like I'm shutting him down,
Yeah, for sure.
or that I'm completely like friend zoning him. Like
Mhm.
I want to take um I want to take my time to get to know him,
For sure.
and I want to feel comfortable around him. It takes me a long time to feel comfortable around new people
Yeah, for sure.
in general. So, and I don't want to be perceived as cold, because that's happened to me many times before
Mm.
when I'm getting to know like a new friend, or even a guy who's interested in me, and I get so awkward in my first interactions with them that sometimes I do come off as like I'm cold, or I don't want to share a part of myself with others.
Mhm.
So I want to know how to engage in that conversation with him, and without like completely like shutting him out, or friend zoning
For sure. Absolutely. First of all, yay. I'm
him.
happy about this update. That's fantastic. And I think it's fantastic that you've been able to attune to your body and to know what has felt good in the interactions and what has made you feel concern, or what has made you feel like, oh, this is it is good for us to be curious about what our bodies are telling us,
Mhm.
and so I had this image in my head, but I wanted to make sure it fit where you were. So on the third date, did he ask to kiss you on the Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is not end of the night. This is not strolling in the park. This is a very confined space.
Mhm.
And I think this has a lot to do with it,
Mhm.
right? It
Yeah.
is it doesn't register danger,
Mm-mm.
but we are up in the air in a little box,
Yeah.
right? And I don't,
Yeah.
if I wanted to run, I couldn't,
I can't.
right? I can't do nothing, right? And I don't want to be in a situation that I'm not in control of. So
Yeah.
it was poorly timed. The request was poorly timed, right? Not that you would have been willing to kiss him anywhere else, right? You or receive a kiss anywhere else. But a
Mhm.
confined space is not the time to ask.
No, and the thing is, at the moment when it happens, I remember thinking, other people would find this romantic.
Right.
You're in a Ferris wheel,
Yeah.
with a guy on a date, the view is beautiful, and he wants to kiss you, and in other, I don't know, I don't want to say in other circumstances, but maybe for other people, it's like, oh my God, this is so cute,
Right.
but
Right.
I wish I had felt like that.
Well, 3 dates isn't enough time to feel like that.
No, okay.
So, maybe on the 13th date or the 15th date,
Yeah.
yes, right? But not on the third.
Yeah. Okay.
But you were able to receive the kiss on the cheek, which is very polite of him, right? Not to try to be making a beeline for your lips or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think it's so cute that your little girl was like, "Where?" That is the funniest, cutest. That is a 9-year-old girl with pigtails. I would like to kiss you. Where? Ew. Where do you want to kiss me? It's weird. On my nose? Who are you? It's so funny.
And to be honest, to give you even more context, I have a fear of heights. I'm able, like, from time to time
Uh-huh.
to kind of like overcome it.
Yeah.
And I was really nervous about getting on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
So he made sure that I was feeling safe and comfortable. Um, I got a little woozy at times in the Ferris wheel,
Yeah.
and then he asked to kiss me. So I was like, yo, I'm overloaded with emotions right now. Like,
Yeah.
how are you asking to kiss me? I
Yeah.
can't process this. I can't process the height. I can't process the motion.
Right,
This is
right.
a lot.
Yeah. I think the ideal situation, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the ideal situation would have been to just hold your hand.
He did.
Okay.
He did. He did. Like, to try to comfort me and make
Yeah.
me feel safe on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
And how did that feel?
Um,
How did that feel?
to be honest, I appreciated the gesture. I'm not sure if I was ready for that physical contact.
Okay.
I'm still like, sometimes I'm like, why do I keep feeling like that about physical touch? And the thing is, once I get to know someone, like, I'm comfortable. Like, I
Yeah.
can hug you,
Yeah.
like, you can hold my hand, you know. I have no problem, but it's just that, you know, it still kind of feels like he's a stranger.
Of course.
Although, like, we've known each other for like almost a month now, but
Yeah.
I'm like, you're still a stranger,
Absolutely. For sure.
touching my hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Where your hands been? Get off me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, unfortunately, I've had a bit of trauma in the past. Nothing major, but it's just I'm so guarded.
Yeah. And
I'm
that's fine.
very, very guarded.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I just want you to know there's nothing wrong with you.
Mm.
I just want to validate and affirm you I don't want you over analyzing, like, why am I like this? How come I just didn't receive it? It's the third date. I don't know what I know society's standards are skewed. People are having sex after they introduce themselves to each other in a bar. But for those of us that have some standards, for those of us that have some boundaries, like, we're not going for that kind of stuff. And so
Mhm.
3 dates is, if this man's intentions are pure, then if it's the third date or the 30th date, if he's into you, good things come to those who wait. So my encouragement around the conversation that you would like to have is to be as vulnerable with him as you've been with me. Because I think I would be endeared as a man. I would be endeared if you told me, hey, listen, I am enjoying the time that I have with you. But I also, no, I'm enjoying the time that I have with you. And I need to share with you a couple of things that were highlighted for me in our last date. I enjoyed myself immensely. But when we got on the Ferris wheel, you holding my hands while a sweet gesture was a little much for me. And then asking for a kiss was a little much for me. And so had it been one or the other, maybe I could have kind of been like, okay, but both of them, plus my fear of heights in a confined space, dysregulated me. And I've thought about it several times since. And so I wanted to bring it to your attention. I want to continue to get to know you. I have no intention of friend zoning you. I just need time.
Yeah.
And I hope that you're the type of man that is patient enough to wait on me, to warm up. Does that sound like something that would be too hard for you? And I would end with a question like that. How does that feel?
I feel those are the right words for that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a part of what you said about I hope you'll be able to wait. And to be honest, I don't think that's something that I've gotten in previous relationships
Yeah.
or courtships with men.
Yeah.
And a part of me does have some abandonment issues,
Yeah.
meaning that I feel that unfortunately a lot of the men that I've encountered in my life have disappeared or opted out
Mm-hmm.
of being in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had many instances where I've gotten closer to a man and there were signs of a relationship developing, and I would see that there was something real in our like relationship, and then all of a sudden, like, either they disappeared or the relationship fell apart. So I have a hard time kind of resetting my mind every time I meet someone new and not
Mm-hmm.
let the past affect the current situation.
Yep.
So it's hard for me sometimes to believe that I can be in a long-term relationship again. I'm always in the back of my mind, I'm always saying, okay, what's the expiry date of this relationship? What's going to happen for this guy to just opt out of being with me? And I know I shouldn't feel this way, but unfortunately, I guess past trauma dictates a lot of how I think about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my hardest this time around to be like, okay, just start off on a clean slate. Don't compare this guy with the other guys or the previous guy. Just give this guy a chance, get to know him, and don't let your previous experiences dictate how this new situation or
Yeah.
whatever it is be. But it is hard. It is hard because unfortunately, when it comes to relationships, the only thing I've known is just someone leaves at some point and questions are unanswered and I end up feeling like crap.
Yeah.
I just want to reset my mind. I wish I had a reset button for my brain
Mm-hmm.
and just start new and like do a factory reset for my brain and then just, start new and not have any like trauma and just go and just be carefree and just have fun.
Yeah. Okay. So I can identify with that. So I want to calibrate something that you just said. And this is the beauty of the work that we do here, right? So you said, I wish I didn't feel this way. And you're going to feel this way because everything that happens in our bodies is recorded by our bodies and recalled by our bodies. Okay? So how do you deal with the feeling versus your desire, right? I want to treat this relationship differently than I treated the last relationships. I don't want to live with this flinch of the possibility that it's going to go the way all the other relationships is going. You just call that out. And so in the same way you address the situation, and this may be in the same conversation, it may be for date number 5 or date number 7. As you continue, first of all, to see how he responds to, what you shared about date number 3. And so let's just say 2 or 3 days later, you're like, hey, I am enjoying our relationship and the development of it and the growth of it. I want this to be different than my prior relationships. I'm sure you want this relationship to be different than your previous relationships. Let me tell you where I flinch. Let me tell you a narrative I have to contend with in between our dates. When is the shoe going to drop? When is this guy's expiration date? When is he going to go, I've seen enough, I've had enough, I've heard enough. I'm just going to move on and I'm going to ghost her. I'm not saying that's what you're going to do. I'm saying that's the narrative I have to fight. By you expressing that, you give him the opportunity, not the obligation. You give them the opportunity to go, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not me. Or you give him the opportunity to say, well, I'm having a great time, but I have been kind of thinking, where is this going? And it's like, well, we can have a conversation about that. But I feel like our ability to be vulnerable gives people the opportunity to either confirm or deny what we're feeling. And so if he's been feeling that way and he just didn't know how to say it, wow, you just gave him an out. Get him out of here. I'm glad it was 7 dates and not 70. Right? Right? And then you might feel like, damn it, why did that happen again? But at least it's like, oh, bro, get out of here. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to, I'm so glad I said it, right? And if he's not on that energy, he will quickly let you know that, not just in his words, but in his actions. Because when a man is really, I talk about this ad nauseum, I feel like, but when a man has found his woman, there ain't nothing you can do. You can try to run him off. You ain't gonna run him off. You could come from the gym without showering, with no deodorant, and he gonna be like, damn, you musty, and you're beautiful. What do you want to eat? And let me buy you some deodorant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just gonna be, when a man's into a woman, it's a wrap. And he will prove it. We love to prove. If we for you, we love to prove it. Because we can show you better than we can tell you.
Right.
So it's just a matter of you having that comfort level and that sense of when to broach that conversation.
Yeah. I want to have this conversation as quickly as possible.
That means you like him.
I mean, I'm relieved that I was able to find someone that corresponds to what I need and what I've been asking God. Like, to be honest, like, I'm gonna be 100% for real. Lately, I've been asking God to remove the piss from the dating pool.
Yes.
I've been asking him to. I've been telling him that I want soft love. I want a golden retriever husband. I want a man of God.
Yeah.
And this guy is always like smiling and happy, and he's actually like taking the time to get to know me. I have I've been creating content for a few years. I did actually like publish a poetry collection a few years ago, and he bought copies to gift his sister.
Awesome.
And he's been watching my content. He texted me this morning to let me know, I watched this video and I'm gonna watch another one later. And I'm like, okay, I appreciate you taking the time to watch my content. So to me, that shows effort on his part to get to know me.
Absolutely.
And like to genuinely get to know me. Like, I don't feel like he's how do you call it? love bombing. Like
Yep.
it doesn't feel like that
Yep.
because I've been love bombed before.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like genuine interest. And, you know, he always seems very happy to see me when we do see each other. So I think these are all good signs
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to be honest and allow myself to be vulnerable with him. We did have some deep conversations so far.
Okay.
We did already like discuss like our the relationship we have with our fathers, which is pretty similar.
Oh,
So
interesting.
that was
Okay.
comforting. But we were able to be open about that and transparent. So to me, that kind of lets me into his life in a more personal way. So I feel that having that conversation with him about boundaries and my awkwardness with physical touch, it should be a fairly easy one,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Yep.
So it just it makes me a bit nervous to have that conversation. I'm not one to shy away from having hard conversations with people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always awkward, even though like you may be used to having hard conversations, but every time you have one, it's always a bit awkward,
For sure.
especially when you're the one who's always initiating it. So I'm a bit apprehensive. I want to have this conversation, but I might be a little awkward while I'm
okay.
having the conversation, but at least I'll be having the conversation.
For sure. Yeah. Even if you have to have it awkwardly, you can still have it. So I'm gonna add.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make the statement again. You like him.
I mean, I have a good time. You know, I'm having a good time. It's easy. I'm able to just be myself, and you know, so far we've done like things I really enjoy, like food and football. So I mean, it's not hard. I'm not hard to please. And you know, it was Sunday afternoon. It was a beautiful day in Montreal. It was hot. The sun was shining. The sky was blue. It was a Grand Prix weekend, like Formula One weekend. So there was a lot of people in the old port and in old Montreal. So it was a nice vibe. I mean, you know, what's not to like? So, but he's very easygoing, and like I said, it's just easy to talk to him. So and he seems stable. So I was like,
Yeah. So you like him?
I do.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Woo! It's okay to like him. It's okay to like him.
Yeah.
It's okay to like him. You're not declaring undying love and I'm about to become his wife and about to have his babies. We're just declaring that we like the guy. And this is what brings some awkwardness and some trepidation to the conversation, because we want to make sure we're not going to spook him and he's going to run away. You only do that for people you like. It ain't hard to have a courageous conversation with somebody you don't like.
No, it's not.
You like, I'm looking forward to having this damn conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right? You like, oh, you can come over now. You know what I'm saying? I will meet you in the middle of the street. I just want your little girl to know it's okay to like him. It's okay to acknowledge that. And that might come with some fear. And that might come with some uncertainty. And that might come with some, oh my God, I don't want to be disappointed. And I don't want to declare that. And I'm not trying to rush it. You're not that. You're just acknowledging, I like the guy. There's way more to find out. There's way more to discover. But I like what I see so far.
Yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't have accepted to go on a second date if I didn't like him.
Exactly.
Because I've been on a couple of first dates with guys that I never saw again. So
Right.
um yeah, yeah. So I it's gonna be weird to say, but I want to give myself permission to just enjoy the feeling of liking someone,
There you
and also
go.
to receive the the likeness from him.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I do struggle with that a lot, receiving the attention or affection
Yeah.
of someone.
Yeah.
I'm always like questioning, like, what's that about? Like, why are
Mm.
they being nice? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why is he being like that? But
Mm-hmm.
the person is just genuinely likes me, and I don't know, it's part of the awkwardness package, I
Yeah.
guess, that I have.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Having a hard time just receiving attention and affection.
Yeah.
So
I love
yeah.
it. Oh, so endearing. Yay. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the work you're doing. This update is like made me super happy. And
Really?
yeah, I'm like super happy. It's like
Oh,
great.
oh.
I'll tell you what I'm like very proud of you for. It's the way you change the narrative around dating. Cause I remember vividly our first conversation. You were like, there's a lot of pee in this pool. Right? And it's like, I'm just gonna pray for more chlorine to be dropped in it, or for
Yes.
maybe there's a freshwater lake. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe there's just a lake. Um the narrative we tell ourselves usually informs the type of interactions we're going to have. And I'm not talking about some crazy kind of like law of attraction type stuff.
Mm.
I'm really talking about, like, if you're looking for bad, you're going to find it. Right? I'm a black man in America. If I think every white person is racist, the only people I'm going to see is racist white people.
Mm.
Right? If I think all women are gold diggers, then the only thing I'm gonna be looking at women for is gold digging. Like, I won't, like, what we tell ourselves is very, very important. And so you're telling yourself the right thing, and I think as a result, you wound up making a connection. I don't think it was by accident. I think it's because you changed the narrative. You're actually finding, oh, everybody's there. There isn't pee in every corner of the pool, right? There's not a tinge of yellow floating around the entire pool. This section is nice and blue. So, I'm proud of you for that. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. And I have to say that I did change or modified my prayer after talking to you.
Okay.
And maybe a few weeks later, I started, like, I met that guy online.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
it did help. And I'll just have to allow myself to be vulnerable and have that conversation, and see where it goes, and be optimistic. Yeah. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Well, keep it up. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I wanted to give you an update before you guys go off on sabbatical, and I hope you enjoy it, and you
Thank
relax,
you.
you unwind, and you come back refreshed and inspired.
We will. Yeah, we will. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
I can tell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We are literally counting down. We were like, we want to finish strong. Hector tried to quit today.
Oh.
He tried to go away today. I was like, bro, we got this day and 2 more, bro. You can make it. We're going to make it through. We're going to finish strong.
And also, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Before you guys go off on vacation.
Thank you.
You're turning 50, and that's a huge milestone, and I hope that God keeps blessing you
Thank
in
you.
everything that you do,
Thank you
and
so
that you
much.
keep flourishing in His presence, and that you keep doing amazing things for His glory, and to be a vessel, to continue to be that vessel that we are so grateful to have.
Thank you. I receive it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Have a great day, okay?
You too, and love you guys. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys after the sabbatical. When's your last day? When's the final day
Friday the 20th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we'll be back August the 4th.
Oh, that's a long time. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We'll all make it. We'll all make. And by the time I come back, we need another update.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, all right. I'll work on that.
Okay, no
I'll work on
worries.
that.
No worries. Okay, I love you. Have a great day, okay?
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye. Okay, so let me say this.
Oh.
When you have a young lady like this, I guess I'm talking to the guys right now. When you're dealing with a young lady that has some trauma and she's gone through some experiences in other relationships that have informed her about how men act or treat. If God chooses you to be the one to like not only debunk that narrative, but to actually change it, what? Oh my gosh. So much of what she was saying, that was Juliet when I met her. Juliet is a tomboy, no affection, no holding hands, no nothing. I mean, this girl could have probably become a nun.
Wow, that's kind of hard to believe.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
I know
Wow.
it. And when we got together, she wasn't for nothing. She wasn't for no types of displays of affection, let alone public displays of affection. And she fought me to open up her car door. We couldn't hold hands walking down the street. Like, it was like all of this stuff. And now, completely different woman. You know what I'm saying? But I know what it was to pick at that lock. And for every flinch she had, and just to be like, I don't know what you think is about to happen. I'm gonna be right here. So whenever you get over that, we holding hands.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I can open my own car door. I know what you can do, but what you won't do on my watch is ever touch that door handle. It's just I need you to receive the way I want to treat you. And she couldn't see herself as, I'm not going to say worthy, but like necessary of that level of attention and that level of detail. And
She's
now,
very independent.
and now, hella independent.
Yeah.
Please. That
Love
girl
is powerful.
It's powerful.
When you love right, ooh, changes things.
Changes everything.
Oh yeah.
So the girl I got now,
Oh yeah.
I wore her down.
Amen.
I wore her down.
Shout out Jew.
Amen. Love that. Shout out the Jews.
Yep. Okay, let's pop in here. Who's next?
Tim's getting me out of here. We got Smitty pulling up on us. Smitty, welcome to Wide Open. You're on with Tim Ross.
What's up, Smitty?
Smitlet, you are muted, my brother.
Yeah.
There you go,
Oh,
Flair.
there we go.
I love you, man. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you again. And I don't know if you can see my little picture or not. We met before
Yes, sir.
in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. I saw it.
I was there with my sponsor.
Yes, sir.
And awesome. So when I was on last with you, we were talking about my son, who was having this thing, inappropriate sexual conversations, video chats.
Yes, sir.
The boy that used to go to, so I found out he used to go to elementary school with him, but he lives in New York now. We did an awesome role play. I went back and watched that a bunch.
Good.
For about a week, maybe 10 days before I actually sat down and had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Kind of went straight up like how you had told me. And,
Yeah.
of course, he didn't really say anything.
Yep.
Like we expected.
Yep.
Just locking up.
Yep.
And then that was on a Saturday, and I went to work Sunday night. Come home and find out I had to go to school that next morning. After went to therapy, then I got a call while I was in therapy to come to the schoolhouse.
Wow.
So I had taken all his electronics away already. And he was sending that boy messages through his Chromebook. And he had sent one saying that I hate living here with my dad. I want to kill myself. I don't want to live anymore. And since he sent a message about harming himself from his Chromebook, it was flagged by the district. He got sent to the guidance counselor.
Good.
And they said, well, he admitted to self-harming himself, so he cut himself with an old yucky knife across the wrist a couple of times, trying to cover it up with a Band-Aid. So he went to the hospital, was there a week, suicidal ideation. Then he came back. We got him hooked up with therapy and everything. We're going to talk to counselors, and still doesn't want to communicate with me. I set up a journal book. My sister got him a journal book. I got him a journal book. But he won't journal to me still. I'll journal stuff to him, and he just will be like, I don't want to talk about it. And so he served his time. He got some electronic privileges back. And then I had a feeling he was still going behind my back talking to this guy, and I was just unable to catch him. He was keeping his clean up behind his tracks pretty well. And then I left a few minutes early one night to go to work. Go to Starbucks, get some coffee. I left something here and come back by the house and come in the door, and he's in the den on his brother's laptop when he's supposed to be in there doing the dishes. Because he didn't have electronics that night because he didn't do the dishes the night before. And when I came home, I woke him up, made him do the dishes, and I looked and see what he was looking at, and he was on Discord chatting with his friend. So that's where they chat at.
Got it.
So now I had to block Discord through my router. So now when I access Discord, I can only access it with my cellular because I had to block it through my router.
Yep.
Which, he is 15 and he's a smart kid.
Yep.
So they try to use the Opera browser, which has a built-in VPN, like they're going from somewhere else. And so he hadn't had electronics for the past 2 months. And I wasn't gonna let him go anywhere until he served his time from that.
Yes, sir.
Which was last Thursday. And I'm like, I said, before you leave, I told him before you leave, you gotta give me a Discord password. He was holding out. Finally gave it to me, still wasn't right. But I was able to go through and reset it, and sure enough, found that he was still going in. And when I go to work at night on third shift, since they're out of school for summer now, he's staying up all night on his little brother's computer, and I guess he installed Opera or something, and I hadn't had a chance to look at the computer yet, and was using Discord chat with him because I saw a bunch of Discord chats and photos exchange and stuff like that. So he just doesn't care. He just has no respect for himself or others. Doesn't care about really helping around the house, and it's just it's just really hard. I'm on my wit's end. I love him to death. I didn't want to send him down there. I'm like, dude, I got to have a break from you for a little while. You wearing me out.
Amen.
So I had to go let him stay with his uncles and spend time with his mom. So I'm just like, I've got to have a break. And I talked to his mom about it, told him that he was still doing all this. And, she agrees with me. And I was like, hey, you're too young. You need to be focusing on school.
Yeah, for sure.
Once you're out of school and you want to go do whatever you want to move up to New York and go with it. Hey, it's your life.
Right.
But my job right now, you're a 15-year-old, is to raise you responsibly, feed you, make sure you get to school, make
That's
sure your
right.
schoolwork's done, and then once you're finished with that, but you're definitely not getting a license until you're 15. Now somebody want to get a license and stuff, and I'm like, dude, until you learn to do something, you're not getting nothing. And so
Amen.
I told him that. He's just like, what? Now he's like, whatever, and just. So we'll get to that. I'm looking for a little bit of I don't know, how can I challenge him
Mm-hmm.
and set some kind of structure for him.
Yeah.
And then after that, I've got an additional question kind of about my fiance as well. So I've met someone in the past couple of months.
Awesome.
So I think it was mid-February when we talked. So
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you giving me the update, man. I love you, and you're doing the hard dad stuff that needs to be done, especially with sons, right? And
yes, sir.
yo, 15, I can just set my watch by it. I mean, it's an arbitrary number, but it's got to be like 92% of 15-year-olds, they just lose their mind. I don't know what it is about that actual number. It's not 14. It's not 16. 15. Complete loss of the mind. And it can move past that age, but like there's some about 15 that is just like a declaration of ignorance. And it's a declaration of ignorance and independence. For some reason, 15-year-olds think they are smarter than their parents. And or 15-year-olds think that their parents don't know anything. And it's just like,
Sure.
I don't know what it is in the psychology of the mind that makes a 15-year-old think that we haven't been 15. But the only thing I can think of is that whenever we have these children, they know us from the age that they were born forward. And I think they think we were always adults. I don't know. But I think I told you this the first time around, and so I might be repeating myself because I know I tell my kids this to the point they can finish the sentence now. The experience they're going to have in my home is based on their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have to like me. But their hack to surviving me, if that's the drastic terms they want to put it in, right? I got to live with this guy. I don't like him. I wish I could kill myself. I wish I could get out. I wish, blah, blah, blah. You ain't got to like me. But that the life hack to surviving me is to obey me.
Yeah.
Things will just go well. I'm really not a hard man. But if you don't do what I say, and what I'm asking you to do is not unreasonable, the dishes are not unreasonable. The trash is not unreasonable. Cleaning up the table behind yourself is not unreasonable. Making the bed and making sure your room's clean is not unreasonable. And not talking to somebody that I told you not to talk to is not unreasonable. You ain't got to like it. But if you're going to survive me, you got to obey me. If not, and I've told this to my boys, if not, this is going to be a miserable house for you. And you might look at your sibling and think, Dad's real nice to them and, oh, they're super happy. No, Dad's doesn't have a respect of persons, but that sibling's obedient. And you don't hear me bark. You don't hear me chewing out that sibling because that sibling obeys me. They might not like me as much as you don't like me, but they figured out the life hack. It's just to obey me.
Yeah.
So that's the conversation I would have with little man, because 15 years old, this dude is turning into a computer hacker for no reason. And it's just going to make his life miserable. The narrative he's going to tell himself is, my dad's hard on me. He's mean. I don't want to be over there. I'm glad I'm with my uncles. I don't want to go back home. I wish I could live here with you because my dad. No, your behavior.
Exactly that part.
Yeah, you're 15 and you are just smart enough to be totally stupid. I tell 15-year-olds this all the time. I'm a lifer in youth ministry. I still preach to teenagers. I tell 15-year-olds specifically to their face, y'all are stupid. And you're not stupid in a derogatory way. Your frontal lobe is at least another decade to a decade and a half from being fully developed. So you're going to do dumb stuff. Your brain's not formed. Yeah. There's holes in your head and you don't even know it. You got Swiss trees of the brain. And my assignment is to make sure you don't kill yourself physically, emotionally, relationally, legally. Right? I don't need you winding up in juvenile because you did something stupid because you weren't thinking. You thought it'd be cool to light a curtain on fire in an abandoned house. Now you caused a 4-alarm fire and the fire truck had to come. It's arson and now you have a police record. I have to keep you from being stupid. And it's a job as a dad that we all get to take seriously. But these are the times where it's the most frustrating. So I'm just offering you some validation. I'm offering you some identification. I understand what it is to have a 15-year-old.
Definitely. And that's the same thing I tell them. I tell them all the time. I say, hey, we can make this an easy, nice household, or, we can make this a hard household.
That's right.
It's real simple. I know you don't necessarily like all the things, but dude, you're not paying a single thing.
That's right.
You're getting meals. You got heat, air, running water, hot water, toothpaste, everything you need.
That's right.
Is here. I go to Sam's and ask, hey, what snacks do y'all want? And we've been to Sam's twice to get snacks and other stuff since school's been out. And it hadn't been out but a month now. So it's like
right.
Them boys go through snacks and food and stuff. So I'm like, y'all go down there for a week or two. I mean, hey, give my grocery bill and my mental health a rest.
Absolutely.
And I told him, or I can make this help. I said, you want to play hardball? Hey, it sucks for me. If it's gonna suck for me because of you, and it's gonna suck even worse for you.
Amen. That's absolutely correct.
And I didn't mind it because he hadn't been to his uncle's to see his mom, in like a month and a half. And I told him he was supposed to go with him beginning of this month to Tennessee. And when I called him on laptop, I told him, hey, you're not. And he cried for 2 days, and they called begging, oh, we're gonna make sure he's not gonna be on electronics. We're gonna make sure they know. I said he made it. He made his bed. Now he's gonna lie in it.
That's right.
So he didn't get to go. He didn't get to go to the week-long trip to Tennessee because he wanted to play dumb.
That's right.
He wanted to play around.
That's right.
Found out.
He found out. He absolutely found out.
Yeah.
Good for you, Dad. It's hard. It's hard, but we got to do it. That's our assignment.
Yeah. It's hard, and then I'm myself. I don't know if you remember not. I'm still recovering sex addict, and I had and been doing pretty good in my step work with that and everything. And I met someone and talked to my sponsor about it. Talked to my other sponsor about it, and he was like, dude, normally the general rule of thumb is after a year, after 90 days you get a plant.
Yep.
If the plant's still alive after a year, you get a dog. After 2 years, or after next year, if the dog and the plant's still alive, hey, you want to go date somebody, you can. He said, but you've been sober for over 18 months. He said, coming up on 2 years. He said, you're actually keeping 3 humans alive. So, you want to date? I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's good.
And so I had this younger lady who's in our recovery community with church and stuff, and we started talking, and we really liked each other, had the same goals in mind. Both want to build toward the kingdom. She celebrated 3 years sober back in April, and we were just really good together, and we went on several dates. When we fell in love with each other, and it's hard to keep our hands off each other. She's got the juicy booty too. So I was like, so we're gonna bring Bible to it.
Yeah.
I think we don't want to be promiscuous and don't want to do that. So First Chronicles 7.
Yes, sir.
Better to burn in lust. Better to get married than burn in lust.
Corinthians. Yep. Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 7. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And so we're like, okay, let's go. Let's get married then. We went and got a marriage certificate, and we were talking about getting married the next week. Justice to the peace.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked, of course, I had to consult counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Counsel's like, you're stupid. You're an idiot. And so how long have you known this girl? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, if you really set on this and you want to do it, go to premarital.
That's right.
I talked to her about it. And she's like, that's a great idea. So when we did get track back just a bit. When we did go get our marriage license and all, and we prayed about it, we had made a covenant. We prayed about it several days and made like a covenant in front of God, exchanged our own vows in front of God. And then, we're like, we got a license, we're basically married. We're not officially married yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we started having sex.
Yep.
And of course, so now she's pregnant.
Okay.
And so then she was, I didn't hear from her for about a week and a half. She's like, I got migraines, I feel sick. And after about a week and a half, I'm like, are you pregnant? I mean, what's going on? So she finally came and talked to me. It was like, I am pregnant. And, but now the communication is like almost non-existent. I might hear from her, get a text maybe twice a week. And you drive right by my house going to work, going back to work. I know you're sick as a dog all the time. Now she has had some prior miscarriages, and her last child she had a child, 5 months old, died of SIDS. So I understand she has a fear of miscarrying, or even worse, the baby is born and then passes away. And I understand I'm a mother. I've never had a child in my womb. Never carried a child, so I don't know what that feels like. I know that would be horrible.
Right.
I can empathize with it very much. I know that sucks.
Right.
But yeah, why can't you communicate? I mean, what's going on? I was just looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just some advice, encouragement on it. She texts me, says she loves me, and I tried to buy her some. I went and bought her the little mini cans of cherry ginger ale yesterday. I was going to take it by her work. She wasn't at work. I texted her and I was like, hey, I'm going to take this by your work. I went to take this by your work. You weren't there. They're in the back seat of my car. You want to come by and get them? She texted me back while I was sleeping, and she was like, well, my son had a doctor's appointment today, and my mom had an appointment at the same time, and I just wasn't feeling all that great, so I just took them and gave me a day to relax. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, I'll come by in the morning, likely tomorrow afternoon, and pick them up, and we can have a conversation. I don't know if she'll be by this afternoon to have a conversation. Like, she may be like, well, I don't feel good, I'm going to go home. But you drive right by my house. We can't stop for 20 minutes and have a conversation. You get these drinks. So, I'm making sure that, because I want to make sure I make her feel safe and loved, fully seen, fully loved, fully known, fully heard.
Yes, sir.
I definitely don't fully agree with. You could at least send me a text saying I feel like crap. Throw up
Right.
emoji.
Right.
Or is that asking for too much? I don't think that's asking for too much, because she knows I want to take care of her. I want to raise this kid, and I want to be there for her, because she was supposed to move in. And we were supposed to be married here next week or two, and then she's going to move in the end of July. Then we're going to transition her kid here. I got a contractor in the works. It's supposed to be to add on to the house, make a master bedroom suite for us and everything. So we were talking about having kids. We wanted to wait till next year to start trying. No, that's my fault being stupid. Didn't wear a condom right now, and that's on me.
Yep. So I appreciate the vulnerability, and the main issue here is the consequences of not waiting.
Definitely.
These are the consequences of not waiting.
Yeah, I'm your poster child, guys. So yeah, right here.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it is that it's the complications that come with the decision that you both made, and now her trying to figure out, because there might be a lot of guilt that she's carrying. I want you to have a lot of empathy for her. She might be carrying a lot of guilt in stepping to this relationship with a mindset that both of you all wanted to do this the right way, and then compromising along the way.
Yeah.
Sex is one thing. A pregnancy is completely different.
Yeah.
Right. And so, to your point, for the woman, that is a completely different variable and stress to bear, especially when she already has a child from a previous relationship. So it's just going to be sensitive for a while, and I'm sure she'll come around to where you all have conversations and all this stuff. But man, give her a lot of grace as she's trying to process this, because that's a lot for a woman to have to process. You got to think about, she's a part of your church community. As the pregnancy matures, she can't hide it, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot to consider, and so I don't think it means that the relationship won't ultimately be beautiful. It's just that this part right here is sticky and it's complicated, and it sounds like she just needs some time.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I really was, for the past couple of weeks, kind of beat myself up about it and worried about it. And I'm like, you talk such a big game about having conversations and talking about things, and the actions speak louder than words. And I'm like, right now, it's like, it looks like your actions aren't saying much, but I don't know what's going through her head.
Right.
She's having a hard time, because, like I said, she's not really communicating a whole lot with me, so I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But she texts me. She did text me on Father's Day, and I love you. And she texts me, here and there, and I love you and I miss you, and I think so, reaffirming that she does love me and she cares about me. So yeah, and I understand that. That's good to hear. And I just got one real quick question if you can answer real quick.
Of course.
Everybody keeps telling me as well, because I got a lot going on, and like, you need to show yourself a lot of grace. And I'm having trouble with understanding how to show myself grace in some situations. And understand people, I say, oh, you need to show yourself lots of grace.
Yep.
So how do I show myself that grace?
Absolutely. Give me an example and I'll tell you exactly how.
I mean, with everything I got going on with the kids and the boys, I go to men's fellowship on Wednesday mornings when I get off work, and they're always, tell them I've been bringing a guy from work to men's fellowship, and he's struggling with addiction and other stuff, and he recently got fired this week, and they were asking me where he is at and stuff, and talking about helping him out, and everything else that's going on with the boys. That Riley is still doing. My middle one's still doing what he's doing, and they're just like, man, you're doing great. You always bring. We love how you're involved in the community. He's like, you go to more Bible studies than anybody at this table. and you're involved, getting other people involved, always talking about Jesus. It's like you need to show yourself some grace.
So, showing grace to ourselves is the acknowledgement and the application of what we receive from God himself. We have received grace through faith in Jesus Christ. Grace is unmerited favor. It is getting something good when we did not deserve it. Right? And as human beings, we can be very critical of ourselves. From the time we're born, we are being critiqued. Don't do that. Don't touch that. There's a right way to potty. There's a wrong way to potty. You tied your shoes wrong. Your pants are on backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like we're used to being critiqued. We're not used to affirmation, validation, and we're not used to giving ourselves grace. So let's just take the situation you're in right now, right? With the young lady and with your son. Give yourself grace in that I know your son is walking around saying that he really don't like you and he doesn't want to live with you and he's harmed himself. But I want you to show yourself a lot of grace as a single dad who is doing the best he can to raise 3 boys. Like, you don't have to get up every day like, I must suck because my son is not like opening up to me. He's 15. You'll be hard pressed to find a 15-year-old that opens up to their parents. But the enemy would love to create a narrative that it's only you. You're a bad parent. He doesn't want to open up to you. It's your fault. You're too strict. You're too hard. That's why community, we have to be in community to know if we're okay.
Sure.
So that encouragement to show yourself grace, that's what it looks like in the situation with your son. In the situation it is with this relationship, show yourself grace that you endeavored to do the right thing and you missed the mark. You've acknowledged that. You've accepted it. You repent of it. Now you show yourself grace by not kicking yourself every single day like, oh man, I just ruined everything. Oh my God. Oh. I wouldn't be. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be able to be the confident husband that I am now, 26 years into my marriage, if I thought about the first decade of my marriage. I was horrible. Trying to like get to the path to freedom and porn and relapses and all the stuff in between, like, bro, it's horrible. But if I don't show myself grace, then I'm 26 years in my marriage still apologizing for 20 years ago.
Sure.
And that's just not the way we're supposed to live. So that's what I mean by that.
Awesome. Awesome. That makes a lot of sense, and that brings me clarity.
Good.
And I believe I'm already doing a lot of those things. Some things I'm not. Sometimes I do beat myself up, and I'm working on that. I've been going to therapy for a while. Just got a new therapist because mine's moved out of state or not taking class anymore in South Carolina, and she's really good. Went to her Monday, and she's a believer and a follower, and prayed over me and the lady and the situation in tongues and in regular, and just told me I need to make sure I am more careful with her and pray over her and pray over her womb and just steady being in prayer and steady claiming it instead of asking. So it's just been really amazing. And yeah, guys, if you hadn't gotten to therapy yet or doing something, it's really amazing. I encourage everybody to do that soul work. And
That's awesome.
we're going to start doing ART later on here in the next month or so. I've already met my insurance deductible.
Great.
So I'm like, let's kick this in high gear.
Great.
She doesn't do EMDR yet. She has somebody that she knows is in down the road that does it, who she's going to introduce me to.
Awesome sauce.
So that's really good.
That's awesome,
And
bro.
I also yeah, very much. I just had to say it's awesome. I loved your message yesterday. It made me or from Sunday.
Yes.
I played yesterday. And Daphne, I'm sure you're out there watching. Your message was amazing too.
I
had
agree.
to watch both of them twice last night at work because that's how much they impacted me last night. Because I normally listen while I'm working.
That's right.
So
No,
we
man.
love
Thank you.
y'all, and
Thank you. Well, we love you, and we're honored to serve you. I'm so appreciative of you calling in today, giving us an update. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work.
all right, thank you. Last thing, I'm in a group called Accountability Goats.
Yes, sir.
here.
Yep.
Isaac, you're the man. And we love you. All other guys in there. I don't quite know all your names, but I think there's about half a dozen of us in the group Accountability. And I don't always have time to keep on the Discords, but guys, just keep bringing it. We see it. I see it. I pray over y'all. And we love all y'all who are vulnerable, who are bringing the vulnerability there. I don't always get a chance to respond to prayers and requests in the chat and the rooms, but I see y'all and we're praying over y'all. We
Awesome.
love y'all. Tim, Huli, Derek, Hector. Thank you.
Thank you.
Baby
Love
Huli.
you.
Absolutely. Baby Huli is a whole G. We love you so much, man. Have a great week, okay?
All right. Thank you. Y'all have
Okay.
a great sabbatical.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Oh, man, now I'm starting to feel like the feels about going on our sabbatical because
Yeah.
everybody keeps saying bye. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, enjoy your sabbatical. And I'm like, oh, I guess we are leaving.
So we're going to Costa Rica. Got it.
And
Yeah,
they're,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
resilient.
They're
They're resilient.
They're resilient.
They're gonna be okay,
And we're going to be okay.
and we're gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys, when you finished school and you were out for the summer, did you guys ever wear white T-shirts on your last day for people to sign?
No, I come from the shaving cream generation.
What
Derek?
Yeah, Hector
Yeah.
here.
No, I said
Oh,
Derek.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would kind of like a little hazing, like little
Yeah,
vibe,
yeah,
water
yeah.
balloons,
Water balloon
shaving
fights,
cream,
shaving cream.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Y'all are
Huli said,
violent.
Huli said,
I'm kidding. Both of your faces. Both of your faces say violence. Okay. I'm just digging myself in a hole, aren't I? Right?
Both
Hector,
of
why
our
you-
faces say violent. Violent. When you look at me, what do you see? Violence. What? What?
I'll go on timeout. I'll put myself in the corner. Okay.
Please do.
Oh, you'll join me too, brother.
Yo, please do is crazy.
No, you know how
sauce.
people like try to self-deprecate? I just give into it now. You know what? Absolutely. Go in the corner. Okay?
I miss you already.
Music's off. Leave.
No
Where you going?
fragilizing here.
We don't fragilize anybody
No,
here.
sir.
I miss you already.
No, sir. But so water balloons and shaving cream.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And cheerleading.
And cheerleading.
Yeah.
You cheerleaded?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh,
I
what?
didn't.
Oh.
Second lie of the day.
No, the seventh.
Seventh.
All right, Tim, we got your cousin pulling up on us, my brother.
Primo.
Is that Haley?
Haley Ross.
Haley
Oh,
Ross.
what's up, cousin?
Haley Ross is here.
What's up, cousin? This is Spin the Block Wednesday. Everybody coming back. Okay, but you gotta come off mute, boo.
Unmute.
My bad.
Hey.
What's up, sweetie?
Hey, cousin.
I love you.
I love you too. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. It's good to see you again.
Likewise.
What's
I heard
craculating?
everybody spinning the block this week, and I was like, let me call back because I got to tell you what's been going on.
Oh, holla at me.
And we
You
got
already-
to talk about the NBA Finals.
Oh,
But
for sure. We got to get into it. Let's get into it.
I was like, I have a feeling, I was like, Tim's going to wear a Lakers jersey again today,
Ah,
but
You-
you didn't.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it. It'll be back in the fall. Well, in the summer when I get back in August.
Okay.
What's craculating?
The last time we spoke, I was experiencing a lot of loss with family and my dog. And I was like, I just want to chat.
Yep, I remember.
So we talked on a Tuesday. I came back to work on Monday. and my job provided me a separation notice.
What?
As they knew that I had just lost a family member 2 days before I spoke to you, which would have been the 4th person in 11 days.
What?
And I was like dumbfounded
How could you
because
not
I'm
be?
like, you know, you get into small companies, they speak about like family culture and how they love everybody and treat everybody like family, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, should I flash out right now? But I was very proud of myself. And I literally just was like, okay, let's go over the terms of this separation notice. Let's make sure I understand this. I was like, you know, I love criticism. So let me know, how I contributed to this decision. And they basically said I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like, okay. And I just left. I was like, what do you need from me? The whole time I've worked there, I've always utilized our shared drive. So, like, there's nothing that I have in my possession that you need. You have 7 days to reach out to me. If you need anything after that, we have no reason to contact. So I was like, God, why would you put me in this position to not have a job, be mourning, but now I got to go figure out how I'm going to make some money. And I just realized in that moment that I had asked God for a particular life and he was just preparing me for it.
Wow.
So I wasn't even mad. I was like, the journey don't look how I imagined.
Right.
Okay?
Never does, right? Never does.
But I started to be grateful that I actually had time to mourn.
Wow.
Like I had days off of work, which was the first time I've worked since I was 14 and I just turned 30 in January.
Wow.
Only time I've had days off were literally to vacation and there's stuff to do on vacation. So I actually had time to do nothing except cry.
Mm.
And I was like, wow, God, thank you. I went to the service, the repast of the last person I had lost. It was a great friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up dancing together.
Mm.
Another young lady we grew up dancing with, I worked with her mom during COVID. We run into each other at the repast, and I'm like, hey, I'm unemployed. So if you need some help, I can work part-time. She's like, great. I'm merging with this company. I need a lot of help. So I started working with her part-time. June 2nd, I signed my acceptance letter for a salary more than what I was making at the previous job. And I'm now relocating to Miami.
What?
Mhm. You see how God took care of me?
Yo. I hear you talking and I will never get used to the ways God chooses to reveal himself and prove himself in our lives. I'll just never get used to it.
Likewise.
I
I remember asking God to use me. Like, all I want to do is be used to show what he's capable of. And I was like, look at it. I didn't flash out and look at what I got.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a journey because I am very like success driven and money is attracted to me.
I got you. I feel you.
So making money is my thing. I
Yep.
work in finance.
Yep.
So I really love that.
Yeah.
So it was very uneasy to have a somewhat controlling nature and not be in control.
Wow.
Like, Haley, you not making money right now. What you about to do? Your bills are still coming. They're on the way.
That's right. Yes, they are. Like clockwork.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are we going to do? You provide for a lot. And it has taught me even now that, like, Haley, everything ain't so serious. You're not in control anyways. So it's not that serious. You just have to live. You have to wake up and be obedient. because the choice ain't even yours.
Yep.
So it's been a whirlwind. And now I'm just looking forward to whatever is in front of me.
Wow.
hmm
Cuzzy is moving to Miami.
Yes, I'm still in Florida though, so I'm still campaigning for a Florida link up.
I feel you for sure. But in Miami, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Squeezy, that's right.
Yeah, for sure. We'll come straight into MIA.
Sounds great. I'll be
Yeah,
there.
I want it. Okay. We are overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Thank you for sharing that testimony.
Thank you.
Because I know that thing hit right today. Are you hearing me? That thing hit right today. I'm glad you shared that today.
Thank you. You also have been taking Spanish. And a year ago, I went to Puerto Rico and things started getting crazy like soon as I came back from Puerto Rico, like in my personal life. And then almost a year later, I started losing everybody, a mess. But I got this tattoo and it's in Spanish. I'm going to attempt to read it to you in Spanish.
Vale.
But it has been my literal motto. And every time I look at it, I'd be like, you're right. It's actually from a song by my favorite artist, Frank Ocean.
Okay.
But it reads, Si esto no me ha partido, ya no me partidaré nunca. So when I sat in that office and that lady told me I didn't have a job, I remember everything I had been through and knew that that couldn't break me. Because of what I had experienced in life before that.
That's right.
Was so much worse, and I was not broken by that.
That's right.
There was no way that this woman was going to tell me I didn't have a job.
Yep.
Was going to break me.
Yep.
Because like I said, money is attracted to me.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to come to me.
Absolutely.
And that's not a worry I should have.
Absolutely.
So for those listening who don't understand Spanish, the tattoo says, if this hasn't broken me, I'll never be broken.
Sheesh. Y'all preaching before we go on sabbatical, huh?
I definitely had to catch you before you went on sabbatical.
Oh my God. Y'all coming in here with sermons before we get up out of here. Wow. I receive it.
So, message to everyone. If you've been through a lot and you overcome it, there's nothing you can't overcome. Even a gentleman that was just on here, he's overcome a lot, even with his son.
Yep.
It's hard to have I was a legal guardian of my brothers when I was 19.
Wow.
And I raised them through teenagehood.
Wow. Wow.
And it is difficult. And all I can say is, as a teenager who grew up, you are so grateful to your parents for all of the times that you hated them. Every time that you said something you didn't like, once you're an adult and the real world is slap boxing you.
Absolutely.
Muay Thai against you.
Yeah.
You be like, oh, my mama gave me the gloves.
It's my nigga right here, man. It's my nigga right here, dog.
Yeah, you realize like, oh, my mom gave me the techniques for this. My dad gave me the techniques for this. It may have felt like you were defeating me, like you were against me, but you were giving me what I needed to fight back.
For sure.
So.
Oh, that feels good to my whole soul. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Haley.
You're welcome, cousin. Now we can be light and talk about basketball.
All right, where you want to start?
Who you think's gonna win the series?
I think OKC closes it tonight.
Likewise.
Yeah, I don't think they. I think they close it tonight.
Yeah,
they're gonna be running off.
Halliburton is gonna go weak on his injury.
Yep.
He's not gonna really play as full out as he would.
Yep.
Because he wants to play more seasons.
Yep.
And if they made it this far this season, they can try again next season.
Yep.
So he needs to minimize that injury.
Yep.
He need to be in surgery like tonight, rehabbing tomorrow, try again next year.
I feel you. I think the Pacers are gonna give it all they got. I think SGA and the other dude from the other night that dropped 40. I can't remember his name right now.
Me neither.
But he had the cornrows.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
Balling.
yeah, I think both of them have another big game, and I think the Pacers try to keep it close, but I think SGA is gonna get to the foul line, and he's gonna slow down the game, and it'll probably be 2 or 3 possessions where it feels like maybe they can kind of close it. But I think they're gonna get daggered by the bench. I think the bench is gonna play well. Caruso's gonna get his second chip. The first one that I'll see him without a Lakers uniform, I'll vomit a little bit in my mouth, and then I'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't SGA win like league MVP?
He did. He did.
Funny story. I keep telling people to advocate to find him a Haley. SGA literally cried to his, I think, wife, because her name is Haley,
Okay.
about how great she is.
Yeah.
So if you need to find a section of the dating pool that doesn't have piss in it, find a Haley.
You know what? I don't think I know a bad Haley.
Josh Allen just married a Haley. Just saying.
I haven't met a bad Haley. I don't think I know any bad Haleys.
You know, we're great, and I'm a Ross, so it's like super.
Yes, it's super duper. Are you trying to get caught though? Like, are you trying to pitch? What are you doing? Because now you're gonna have me vetting niggas if he's trying to get with my cousin.
I want whatever the Lord has for me.
Okay.
But I am letting men know, if you want a real one, get a Haley.
I got you. And that is SGA's wife.
Yeah.
SGA is a family man.
Mm-hmm.
This man is Canadian. I'm telling you, I think the NBA will have him as the face of the league.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards tried it, but he's wild. So I think they're going to go with that.
Yeah. Like, Ant is he's got some stuff to figure out, but he already got like 3 baby mamas.
Yeah. And sweetheart, you're not going to be blessed by trying to act like a child don't exist. Here go a lifetime's worth of child support payment. One swipe done with the kid.
Right.
It don't work like that.
That's not how kids work.
Yeah.
He act
That's not
like
how life works.
Yeah, he act like he respawning in Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
But that's boys, right? Boys have to turn into men at some point. For some of those guys, it takes them losing a bunch of cheddar before they grow up.
You know, I honestly had this conversation because I lost two of the family members I lost were young.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, some people grow old and never change. They live 60, 75, 90 years being the same person. So sometimes they never learn.
Fact.
And he may be young now. We can hope that he can mature.
Right.
All we can hope is that he grows each day to be a different person.
I agree. Yeah.
Because he could die at 75 being the exact same person he is today.
It's so true. Ooh, ain't nothing worse than a old person that has untreated trauma.
Mm-hmm.
That's a miserable somebody.
I love to swipe my card. Now, one thing I do love to swipe my card is to go see my therapist.
Oh, me
Girl,
too.
Just take it out early, whatever you need.
For sure. Yeah, that's the same way I am with mine. Like my life coach will send me the invoice. I've never been happier to pay an invoice.
That's where I'm on Anthony Edwards. Can I pay you for the lifetime?
Right.
Now. Let me pay you for the year.
Exactly. Let me pay you for the year. I'm gonna have you on retainer. Mm-hmm. And when I call, just answer, because that means I need it. That means I need it. Well, that's great. All right, so I think OKC wins it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's run 2 in a row, and I think if anybody's gonna win 2 in a row, it should be them.
Yeah.
And this would be the time to do it. If not,
and don't they have a fairly young team?
They got the youngest team in the whole league. But no one's run 2 in a row yet. And I think tonight they win 2 in a row on the road. OKC goes crazy. Kevin Durant is somewhere like whatever. And Russell Westbrook is somewhere dunking on somebody, and James Harden is at a strip club
Correct. Eating chicken wings. Sad.
eating chicken wings, and half of the gristle is in his beard.
Correct.
Yep, that's what I think's happening.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it goes well. I'll be with both of my Tim Rosses watching the game.
Ah!
My dad and my brother,
I love it. I love it. Your brother's name is Tim Ross too?
Junior.
I see. You was meant to have Tims in your family.
Yeah, that's why. As soon as I discovered you on the internet, I was like, I'm not watching anything else. His name is Tim. Thank you, God.
You had all the confirmation you needed.
Yeah, I was like, he speaks my language.
Oh my gosh.
His name is Tim. You know, sometimes you don't need a clearer message from God.
I feel you. I feel you. Like, I keep trying to tell people, it takes all types to reach all types. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, like, the body of Christ is not this, like, homogenous body that, like, we all want to hear somebody, like, teach a word with a monotone voice, with 3 boring points. You know what I'm saying? And everybody ain't also Pentecostal, run around with your chicken with your head cut off. Like, some of us is just like, we love God and we hood. That hood talk is our default language, and that's how we talk, and that's how, I mean, but it doesn't, but like, make no mistake, is anybody gonna say that Andre, Dr. Dre, that Andre, is anybody going to say that man is not smart? Is anybody going to say O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube is not smart? Anybody going to say Calvin Brodus is not smart? Just because, I mean, think about it. This nigga Snoop has made this. They paid him $1 million a day to be at the Olympics.
He was living his best life.
Or was it $100,000 a day? One of them. And they wasn't telling him to, like, now you're on an international stage. If you could just please.
Don't do that.
He was sitting there for show, for shizzle. Oh, dang. Look at, oh, dang. They on horses, cuz. I was like, bro, I can't call it, bro. If they do this for him, Lord, do it for me. Like, just, if you gonna let Snoop be at the Olympics and he just gonna still be Snoop, then don't nobody tell me what I'm doing in my own damn house. Please don't. I would never come to your church and talk like this, but please don't tell me how to talk on my own couch. Stop playing.
Yes. I do want, this makes me want to pose a quick question. I posed in the Discord.
Okay.
Because you're speaking about being relatable.
What's your
and how
handle on
message
Discord?
comes across. What's my what?
What's your handle on Discord?
I don't know.
Oh,
Probably Haley Ross, or I'm a Cali girl.
okay, got you. I just
With,
wanted
with a K, not
okay,
a C. With
got
a
it.
K.
For sure. All good.
But I have a friend who has transitioned to what I consider like the cult side of religion,
Oh, hit me.
where she's a little, it's too far for me. It feels like what the elders in the church would feel like, where most people get their church hurt from, where it's like real judgy, and it's just like so far left, and it's so far left of like who she used to be. And I am at the point where it's like, how do I maneuver the friendship? How do I decide to keep the friendship, have these conversations? Is there a point where I say, okay, girl, you doing too much and I don't want to associate with this? What is your advice for maybe some of your dwellers who don't think that way, who have this more, open mindset, and we have these friends who are getting a little bit extreme?
Yeah.
And like, for me, because I know her, I think that she may feel like she has failed and now she's seeking perfection. And it's like, oh, baby girl, no.
Yep.
So yeah, just trying to navigate. I'm having a hard time because I love her a lot,
Yep.
but I don't know how I feel about the way she's thinking right now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think real friendship is when we tell people truth and love, right? And I think, one of the ways that I would approach a conversation like that, one of the ways that I would broach it is to say, hey, you're not going to like what I have to tell you. But I am the way I'm experiencing you in this season, it makes me very uncomfortable. I can't really pinpoint what you're doing. I hear what you've been saying. It seems off to me. And I'm uncomfortable with it. I love you. I'm down for you. You know, you my ride or die. And I'm not comfortable with some of the stuff you've been talking about. I'm not comfortable with some of the moves you've been making. I don't know where that leaves us, but because you my girl, I had to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love you so much, I had to tell you. And I don't know how that lands on you. You're probably mad. You probably want to throw a punch, whatever. Watch yourself on throwing punches because I could counter. But,
Amen.
you know what I'm saying? But, you know how Rosses are different. So I just want to know, how you feeling about everything. And then give her a chance to kind of say what she's saying. And then well, listen, if you down with it, I'm going to always love you, but I'm going to tell you, based on everything I just heard and just trying to get a better understanding, I don't support none of that. But I do love you, though. And I can hold that tension. Now, if you one of these people that if you don't support what I'm doing, you don't support me, then you got to make a decision. But what I'm telling you is, I see the moves you're making. I don't like them, but I love you. Our interactions may be awkward right through here, because you're gonna be talking to me about stuff that I'm shutting down as it's coming out your mouth. I'm gonna be shutting it down because I ain't with none of that stuff you're talking about. But if you want to talk about this game we watching, though, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah, hit her with
I can be
hit her with that.
I don't rock with it, especially when you're doing things in the name of the Lord.
That part, man.
I don't want to. You know how you can get struck by lightning by association?
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh my God.
But I am kind of at that point, like you spoke about, of just, I love you.
Yeah.
I disagree with everything that you are saying.
Yeah, for sure.
But we can still have a sisterhood.
Absolutely.
Outside of
And this is the thing that be tripping me out about people. I don't know what it is to fall out with people over a difference of opinion or even a belief system. Right? Oh, is that what you believe? I don't believe none of that. But I still love you, though. I got a friend that I've known since childhood. I saw him at the BET Awards. The camera panned for a split second. I said, there go my homie right there. He's like a full, I don't even know what to call these dudes, like a chemetist or one of these guys that's in the chemet, thinking that, some in Egypt and the first black people, and we had all the science and we had everything, and then everybody stole it. And I'm like, nigga, if we was that powerful, why do you think it's come jack us like this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We knew all this math but couldn't make an arrow. Nigga, what is we doing over here? You know what I'm saying? If we had all of that ingenuity and made the pyramids and stuff, we should have came up with the first bullet. You know what I mean? We should have protected our own neck, right? But whatever. So he has his own thing, and of course it's the Ankh cross, and Jesus ain't Jesus because there was another dude in Egypt that was Jesus before Jesus, and the story of a virgin birth before the virgin birth, and boom, 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 boom. And he lays the whole
story.
Right, and he lays the whole thing out. He makes a whole case, and I'm like, Jesus is Lord to the glory of God, fam.
Amen.
And God raised him from the dead, and he's like, nigga, what? Then it's like, are we gonna go to the vegan spot? Yeah, nigga, let's go. I'm not throwing away 27 years of friendship because he don't believe what I believe. I'm gonna just keep shining that light in his direction, and I'm not coming off of it. It seems right now he ain't coming off of his. So we had an impasse with that. But the relationship, he hasn't violated me in a way where, I mean, even with a whole different belief system, at least bro is he pays his taxes. He faithful to whoever he with right now, because he a serial dater. But whoever he with right now got a good person for the most part. And he just not a believer in Jesus. But that don't mean that we can't hang. So I just think Christians, like, we got to remember that we were Protestants. The faith as we know it from England, they protested their way to the Americas, right? Like they protested their way here. They got tired of being under the king's rule, and they protested their way here for religious liberty and religious freedom and the blah, 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 blah. But you got to understand, the way you start something is the way you're going to keep it. So they protested their way here to establish their faith and all that kind of stuff. And guess what? We protested ourselves into about 3,000 different variations of our faith. And listen, when you protest yourself to over 3,000 plus, and every single one of us think we right, that's when you know everybody wrong. So I haven't met a believer that I don't love. We might not worship the same, we might not believe the same things theologically, but if you confess that Jesus Christ is Lord and God raised you from the dead, you're my brother in Christ, you're my sister in Christ. If we gonna fight theologically about if a woman should preach in church or not, man, you talking about peanuts. This ain't even got to do with the tenets of my faith. It's not even contingent upon me getting into heaven.
Amen.
Me being led to Jesus by a male or a female has nothing to do with me getting to heaven at all. And for the record, exactly. And for the record, my mama is the one that founded the church I got saved in.
Okay.
So everybody that don't like a women preacher gotta swallow the fact that the dude that they like to hear preach or not came from a woman who instilled the word of God on the inside of me. And that's why they can't take it away. So there's that. But I'm never going to fall out with nobody because they baptize in the name of Jesus versus the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm not going to fall out with nobody because they do communion 4 times a year and we do communion every month or every week.
Right.
It's too, like, that's crazy. Your last name is Ross, you my cousin. I'm not going, well, let's look technically on the family tree. Which side of the Rosses are you on? Because we don't fool with the Rosses. There's too much division in this world. I ain't got time for all that crap.
That is a great perspective.
Live, love, laugh, learn. Hell, all the L's.
Yeah, you pulled me off that ledge.
Huh?
Because I was about to be like, you're a goner.
Yeah, see, you don't have to do that to her. And you staying there, first of all, you standing on business to tell her, hey, I'm going to tell you this to your face. I ain't going to ever say it behind your back. I love you and I think you're freaking weird right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're doing the most. I don't understand it. You gave me a full explanation and I still don't get it. And I still think you're off. And let's go eat wings. That, like, I'm looking for friends like that.
I hope that I can be a friend to her like that and that she's open and receiving that level of friendship. Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll let you know quick, right? If she gets defensive, just know, oh, wait, wow. What about what I said has dysregulated you, ma'am? So, yeah, I'm proud of you, homie.
Thank you, cousin. I'm proud of me too.
Should be. You should be. I love your face.
Love you back.
Tell them other Tims that I love them too. For sure. I'm going to let you know. I'll see you after the break.
All righty. Y'all have a good day.
Okay. All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Love you back.
It's my cousin. My cousins, man.
Snoop was making half a ticket, 500,000 every day at the Olympics. 500,000. And the Olympics is about to be in LA, so you probably run it back. And the Pacers and OKC play tomorrow in Indiana. I'm going for the Pacers. I think the Pacers are going to. I'm still going with the Pacers, but we shall see.
I think the first team to win 2 in a row is going to be OKC, and it's over.
SGA is balling though.
He's balling.
Fun to watch.
Yo, it was must-see TV, bro.
Oh, 500 plus expenses.
Dude, imagine getting $500,000 a day.
A day.
To show up at the Olympics high and just be you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See, let me tell you something. I know I've said this before. All the stamps that I got in my passport, that's what has made me thus. I'll never forget going down to Costa Rica in 2008 and being with believers in Jesus down there and seeing how their worship almost turned into a doggone salsa service. Because this is the way they express themselves. It's in the culture, right? And then when you go to a worship experience at an African church, peep the culture. Everybody's culture is different. But what has happened is we've chosen 3 to 5 expressions that we're comfortable with. And basically, if you don't fit these 3 to 5 expressions, oh man. I don't know if that person's saved. They're not doing it like us. Your whole salvation's called into question?
Yikes.
Because we don't do it because we don't do it the way you do it? That's weird. Ain't it?
I want to go to a service where they salsa. Sounds like so much fun.
Getting it in.
That's awesome. Field trip.
Juliana, getting it in.
That's awesome.
I remember going to Nassau, Bahamas. They had remixed all the secular songs into church songs, into worship songs. All of them.
That's so cool. Redemption.
All of them. When I tell you all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them.
All of them.
All of them. All of them. All of them. All of them. You heard me. All of them.
Spin the Block Wednesday?
It turned into it, right? We spun the block. We completely spun the block. I'm paying for my my classes for next week in Costa Rica.
Hey. Inmersión.
Inmersión. Inmersión. Inmersión. Inmersión.
Tim, everyone's asking about your Funko Pop.
What's wrong with it today?
Well, at first you were on your head and your butt was to the camera, and now Hector laid him down for a nap.
He's taking a nap, and I turned the other one away to give him a little privacy. You know what I'm saying?
You turned me away from me?
I wanted older Tim to give young Timmy a break.
Little Timmy has a beard. It's a little disturbing.
You want me to move him?
Hey, is that Funko Pop just like a huge distraction? Because like it seems it seems to have its own narrative in the chat.
Right?
Like, I don't even know if people listen. They're just watching the Funko Pop. Like, is it? If we need to do the live stream and just point a camera to the Funko,
no.
We could do it. He took them both away?
Everyone's in trouble.
Oh, wow.
He'll take the toys
Everyone's
away.
in trouble. No more toys.
We know he'll take the toys away. He'll take the toys away. We know he'll take the toys days away.
Sang it.
Dang it.
Sing it.
Oh, sing it.
Well, I
Sang
said
it.
sang
I
it.
thought you said dang it.
No, sang it.
Thang, the thang, the thang, the thang, 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 the thang, the thang, the thang, thang. Hey,
Everyone's saying it looks
that
empty now.
thing.
Now it's gone. It's
Like
been there
that
for so
thing.
long.
We all like that thing. We all like that thing. We like it. We like it. We really, really like it. We like it. We like it. We really, really like it. We like that thing.
Go, no, Hector, no.
We
Go,
like
Hector,
it.
go, but no, Hector, no. Go in a different way. Go in a
He
different
turned around and twerked a little
He
bit.
grabbed the,
He twerked?
He may have grabbed the
Oh,
wall.
man.
It was a
He
twerk.
missed
It
it.
was a hostage situation.
Hostage situation.
He had the wall on hostage. I'm hungrier than a hostage right now, matter of fact.
You hungry?
Hungrier than a hostage right now.
Blood sugar low?
Yeah, feeling it.
I gotta go. I gotta leave after this and go get my ears.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Whatever.
Molded.
Gonna be
Molded.
dope. And you really had me the other day when you were like 35 drivers.
32. He said 32.
I was like, I think they only got that. I'm like, hey, dude, you know what? I defer. Go do your research.
You were
homie.
like 2 is more than enough. I was like, so not the 72
Not the
drivers.
Lamborghinis?
Caleb was like, that's a
what are
thing?
you putting in your ear? Are you putting an entire concert hall in your eardrum? It's really funny.
Have you ever been to an ENT?
What is an ENT?
ENT? The
Never.
ears, neck, throat doctor?
No, never.
Oh.
I've been to the head, shoulders, knees, and toes doctor.
You're funny.
Boom, boom.
A little more.
What's up, handsome?
Center?
No,
How you doing?
what?
You good?
Yeah.
How you feel?
Feel good.
Feel good?
good?
Yeah.
Smell great. Look great. Look great. Smell great. That boy can dress.
Amen.
I don't know of.
He's my guy.
Yeah.
Hector, what made you you?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, everyone's talking
Wow.
about Hector in the chat, and I'm like, you know what? Let's break this down, Hector. Why are you the way that you are?
Wow.
Oh man.
Let's get it.
Um,
Let's get it now.
which route you want to go?
Whatever route is on your heart.
Are you
brother.
sure?
Yes.
I have a desire to sin. I would love to be a criminal. I
Are you
think
being for real?
about doing drugs often. Sometimes I want to hurt people. So what can I do to keep the bad guy contained? I act out on the edge of legality. So what can I do? I can go behind Tim, throw it back for a second. I can get the little Timmies, put them on the side. I can shriek. I can be annoying and loud at 7 a.m. when I get to Tim's house. I can do things that are abrupt, but I still get to heaven. But there's a freak on the inside that wants to come out, and I got to keep him chained up, kinked out, imprisoned. He can't come out. So that's what's going down.
Thank you.
Your thoughts?
Off the cuff, dude.
Thoughts?
Princess Nye has the best gift in the Discord. If everybody wants to know what's going on in Hector's mind, the whole time he's producing this show, Princess Nye, her gift, that's Hector. And there's probably 17 more than just what's depicted here. But that's what Hector's going through right now.
The gifts are awesome, dude. There's too many gifts.
We love you, Hector.
Thanks.
I can't believe twerking has become such a cultural thing
Amen.
in our country.
Actually, genuine question. When you go to the club, Tim, what would be happening? What were the type of dances? Just grinding?
Yeah, we was popping, grinding. But I used to be a choreographer, so we you know,
Get the routines going.
When we danced, we were. It was basically mating calls, and they were effective. Pretty effective mating calls. But we don't. Well, I still make those. I can still do them.
Man.
But I just choose not to
That's good.
display them in public.
Clown.
I did not mean for this to go.
Let me tell you something. Hector,
It's an accident.
Hector, when I tell you Hector does the most, Hector is Dennis the Menace, but the Hispanic version.
He is.
Oh wow, it's 12 o'clock. Look at that time.
Look at Looky.
Wow. With your looky there. It's time for us to go home. 2 more days of this.
Crazy.
2 more days of this, and then we out of here.
Crazy.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah?
Hey everybody, I'm Timothy Charles Ross, Hector Alejandro Guerrero, Derek Israel, Santiago, Juliana, Windia, Karlovich, Baby Karlovich. So Dennis the Menace is a little redheaded kid.
Is he? I thought he was blonde.
Oh, maybe he's blonde.
Forgive me.
Maybe his mom dyed his hair. Who knows? He was blonde. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
So Dennis the Menace was pretty notorious. He was a comic book. Then he was like a little show. And he really, I think Mr. Wilson was the neighbor that he always just.
Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson. He just tore Mr. Wilson up. There was never a Mr. Thomas. There was never Mr. Robinson. Dennis only bothered this dude the most. And I believe Hector, as a child, was Hector. ¿Cómo se dice the Menace?
Nieso? No, how do you say that?
I can also go by Hector the Inspector.
Un momento, por favor.
I mean, we would say culicagado, but I'm trying to...
Culicagado.
And what-
Culicagado?
And what was the teacher's name?
Amenaza.
That's threat, no?
Hector la
I
amenaza.
like the Hector
okay.
the Threat. I like that.
Sí.
Well, who was the teacher's name?
Amenaza. No, it wasn't the teacher. It was his neighbor, Mr. Wilson.
That's you. You're Mr. Wilson. I'm Dennis. I'm just tormenting your life.
But you don't torment me, though.
You feel safe?
You're not like Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, I'm
He's
absolutely safe. I understand you.
Thank you.
So it's just
Aw.
Amen.
it's just for the people that don't have context to you.
Yeah, they don't
You
get
know,
it.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
And then Huli tries, because she's so maternal. Hector, how did you become the way you are?
It's very good.
Juliana just turned into Barbara Walters and was
No,
like,
I find myself protecting your reputation.
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm like, he's not crazy, y'all.
he's not crazy. It's everything he does on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, very intentional.
Barbara Walters. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Peace.